I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
When Benavidez gets cooking, it's like fighting an octopus.
El Bandera Roja, David Benavidez.
To everybody that's in 168, you know, I'm coming for everybody. It doesn't matter what it is. Charlo, Caleb Plant, Canelo, I'm coming for all of them.
Canelo, hell of a fighter. But it's my personal opinion, he's ducking Benavidez.
I think everybody wants to see me against Canelo, right?
David Benavidez.
Yo, he's a beast.
This brother right here, I'd like to see Canelo against somebody like that.
I definitely like punishing and hurting individuals. That's what I love to do.
And now Benavidez unloading.
I got a lot of power too, and I throw punches and punches, and I don't get tired.
The jab, leads with the right, and there's that hand speed.
I'm ready to fight whoever, whenever. I can beat Canelo tomorrow, and I can beat Charlo tomorrow too. The big Charlo want to get it too?
So Charlo would be the alternative.
He don't want to get in the ring with me because he's a pussy. That's why.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
I've never liked Caleb Plant. It's never been a secret. I never liked Caleb Plant. At the end of the day, I'm not nobody's friend. I don't want to be nobody's friend. I'm here to knock people out. If you don't want to get knocked out, don't mention my name. In this game, it really is kill or be killed. You know, it's either you or me. And I pick me all the time.
Finish him.
SDS promotion.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. Solo Dolo, Scarface, no Manolo. It's all good. It's Saturday, though. You never know who we're going to get live on the show. But we're here to discuss the latest news. Looks like David Benavidez is now becoming unduckable. Yes, unduckable because of the latest news coming from Dan Raphael, the good journalist that is reporting that David Benavidez and David Morrell did a combined pay-per-view number of 150 to 160,000 pay-per-view buys. And for me, that's setting the stage to make him almost unduckable because of the economics. There aren't any other fighters in that division that can do those sort of numbers. And when Canelo does get into that division, then that story changes. But right now, David is the only pay-per-view draw at 175 pounds, and he's the payday for everybody. Outside of a Better Beef Bivol winner that's attached to Turki Al-Sheikh and the finances of a Turki Al-Sheikh. But this is a good step for David. Now, what we need to do is get him the next fight. Because, again, if he were bringing in 350, 500,000 pay-per-view buys, I believe that Canelo would immediately get in the ring with him. Canelo hasn't had that sort of pay-per-view B-side since Miguel Cotto, and let's be real, Canelo was the B-side in that fight. So he hasn't really had a strong dance partner not named Plant, right? Plant was the strongest in a long time. And, while I get a lot of for it, I believe it was because Plant slapped him. People say, oh, his fingers barely touched his face. That was enough to make people go crazy and believe. Shout out to Plant. Looks like Jermall Charlo has called out plan on social media and plan accepted. Now we just got to get that fight in the actual ring. But yeah, man, a couple more fights. If we can keep David active, stop making him wait for these quote unquote winners and undisputed fights, and keep building, he could quickly become a 500,000 pay-per-view seller. I think that the next fight, so that we don't wait, we're not sitting around waiting to see what Canelo wants to do, waiting to see what Better Beef wants to do. I would say take on Anthony Yard in the United Kingdom so that you can get an international fan base. You know, don't wait for Canelo to do it. He's been talking about doing it. You do it. You go out there, you fight Anthony Yard or potentially the Callum Smith Buatsi winner, which is probably a bigger name. Now, I know Yard's been in those bigger fights, but I feel like maybe those other guys got, get a little more love from their public, is what I'm thinking. Now, we all know, let me see here actually, based off this audio from Jake Paul, which could be found on his X, he titled it Exposing Canelo. Actually, look, I mean, he's going hard on Canelo, but he put out some detailed information on their contract dispute that helps for this show, right? So let's go to Jake's account, the replies, and we're looking for his video, and here it is. So we're going to listen to it, and then I'll bring it.
I just fight real fighters.
Time to expose them. So we had a signed contract to fight. Here you can see Canelo's signature and my signature to the right. Claiming he's not fighting YouTubers. Bullshit. Look at the poster. We were announcing Tuesday, February 11th. Claiming he fights real fighters, but he's fighting Crawford, a 135-pound fighter, and running from a real fighter like David Benavidez, you bitch. The truth.
So that's one little thing we want to play. He doesn't call Crawford a real fighter, calls him a 135-pounder. And says he's running from David Benavidez. But there's more after that. We're just going to play it back for those that didn't hear in the back.
11th. Claiming he fights real fighters, but he's fighting Crawford, a 135-pound fighter, and running from a real fighter like David Benavidez, you bitch. The truth is, you can be bought. You're a money-hungry squirrel chasing your next nut.
Pay attention to that. We're going to go back a bit because, again, this has to do with the David Benavidez show and the fact that he's becoming unduckable due to these numbers and what can be foreseen in the next fight.
The truth is, you can be bought. You're a money-hungry squirrel chasing your next nut. The truth is, these sports-washing shady characters are paying you hundreds of millions of dollars to stop our fight from happening because they couldn't fathom the fact that they can't create a bigger fight than me and you. Al Heyman has made you hundreds of millions of dollars, and you turned your back on him for this check. Disloyal.
Which is crazy. That's a whole nother topic and a whole nother show. But essentially, he's basically saying that Al gave the green light for this, and Canelo turned his back on him.
Loyal, and you were begging to do this fight on pay-per-view, but
there you go. That's what we were waiting for.
This check. Disloyal, and you were begging to do this fight on pay-per-view, but I have loyalty to Netflix.
So Jake is saying that during the negotiations, Canelo wanted this fight to be on pay-per-view. He goes as far as saying he was begging for it to be on pay-per-view, which brings us to David Benavidez. See, Jake does anywhere from 350 to 500 himself, you know. So for Canelo, it made sense because of the back-end money, right? They get a bunch of dollars per pay-per-view they sell after a certain number. Canelo, he gets concessions, he gets everything, right? So for him, a big event makes sense on pay-per-view. As you can see, Jake spoke about his loyalty to Netflix, and I didn't let the audio go further, but he talks more a little bit about Netflix. The point is, I'm showing you that Jake has done a semi-successful negotiation with Canelo, and in that time knows that A, Canelo prefers to have fights on pay-per-view. B, Canelo doesn't care who he fights as long as that check is there. Jake explained that by saying he's just another squirrel chasing to get his next nut. Feel me? Now, it is fair to say, or I should say, Turki Al-Sheikh did do an interview yesterday where he claims he did not overpay Canelo and did not pay Canelo more than he was going to make in the Jake fight. I don't know if we can believe that, because in the same interview he said he's been given false information to the media for 48 hours. So, he's playing chess and wants us to be a step behind him. So we don't know when he's telling the truth. He just stepped into that Bob Arum realm where Bob said something like, and I'm going to mess up his famous quote, but any historians out there remind me, he said something like, I was lying yesterday, today I'm telling the truth, something like that. The point is, David is stepping into that realm. If we do some math, 160,000 pay-per-view buys at the 90, well, we're going to go with the even 80 because some of you paid taxes. That doesn't go to David. 160,000 times the $80 is $12,800,000. That has nothing to do with the sponsorships, the endorsements, nothing to do with the gate revenue as well. So again, outside of Jake, who obviously, eclipses the numbers that David brings to the table, and is also clearly an option for Canelo, David is that next big pay-per-view fight for Canelo Alvarez, something he clearly likes to do, as he walked away from a Netflix deal that paid him more. He could have helped the sport. He walked away from that deal. He walked away from putting himself on Netflix. I mean, let me finish playing this audio because it was almost painful to listen to, knowing that he walked away from one of his daughter's dreams. His daughter was excited that he was going to fight Jake Paul. And that's what I was explaining throughout this week, that Canelo was going to get introduced to millions of kids that don't know him. And people laughed at me when I said, oh, no, Jake will help Canelo's fan base and Canelo will help Jake. See, Canelo is the introduction to the real boxing world for Jake, but Jake is the introduction to an entire, age demographic that Canelo doesn't touch. But let's get back to this tape just to see if we didn't miss that part where he brings up Canelo's daughter.
Doing the biggest numbers. And you call me a YouTuber, but you've never had a boxing match as big as mine. Remember you told my team that your daughter came home and asked if you were fighting Jake Paul? She was all excited. You said that was the first time your daughter's ever asked you about a fight. And you're screwing.
That's nasty work, bro. That's nasty work. And I can believe that because we live in this era of social media where, everything is breaking on the internet. Everyone has X, everyone has Instagram. So his daughter's in school while we're on the podcast going back and forth about that same news. So are the kids in her school. And I'm a little shocked, bro. I'm a little shocked that he didn't do it, because again, it is a big fight for a completely different age demographic that he wasn't touching. But again, it does show that when he was in negotiations, he wanted it on pay-per-view, And even though it was going to be on Netflix, he tried to get it on pay-per-view. Bringing us back to David, hopefully continuing to build to at least get to that 350,000 pay-per-view buy range. But this, damn near $13 million mark is good. This is now, I believe, the second time he comes around this. With Plant, he did 175. Now he's done 160. I say go for Yard, Callum Smith, Joshua Buatsi winner. I know it becomes difficult because he kind of drew this line in the sand and said he wanted to fight over here, and Callum Smith and Buatsi are clearly part of the Turki Al-Sheikh inner circle. Anthony Yard, for that matter, as well. And the only reason I'm even mentioning UK dudes is to further build that fan base and, try to one-up Canelo. Canelo's been wanting to fight in the UK for a while. Hasn't quite done it because, again, his business is a lot bigger business. Sometimes it doesn't make sense for him to fight in the UK with the amount of money that he can make. But phone lines are open if you guys want to call in and express your opinions on today's show. Let me know, do you believe that this 160,000 pay-per-view buys for David is going to help him? And, what do you think of my thoughts that this is making David unduckable? I mean, honestly, again, if he can get into that 350 range, I believe it's a wrap. Canelo fights him. But for anybody else, he's their biggest payday, right? It was almost like fighting Ryan. He's their biggest payday. So, yeah, David can offer anyone to fight now. The issue is who? Who's interesting enough? And that's why I'm going back to the UK. For me, I think of David's next fight realistically, not praying and hoping that he gets the better beef winner, not praying and hoping that Canelo somehow grows some balls and decides to fight him. No, just realistic. There's nothing out there really sexy, right? If you go to your Ring Magazine top 10, then, we have Dimitri Bivol, who's tied up with the champion Arthur Beterbiev. David is already your number 2. Joshua Buatsi is tied up with Callum Smith, your number 6. Anthony Yard, who I continuously recommend, is your number 4, getting a tune-up in a trilogy fight with fucking Lyndon Arthur, which doesn't help my case, but I get it, Alberto Ramirez is actually fighting or has already fought in the last 24 hours. Like I said, Smith busy with Buatsi. Vazdek, he's already beaten. Morrell, he's already beaten. Willie Hutchinson suffered a loss, and no one knows who the fuck this guy is. So now, going through the rest of the division, there aren't really any sexy names. It's top heavy. It's a top heavy division. I don't see anything. Lawrence King, I know him. Probably 2% of you guys know him. I don't know, but I know him as a sparring partner. Hot Rod, we don't really need that because we already got the Morrell fight, so no need to fight a common opponent with Morrell. There's not a lot out there for him. And if he does what he's claimed that he wants to do, which is move up the cruiserweight, if he can't get Beterbiev Bivol winner, we probably won't see the Canelo fight. unless Canelo really grows a set, because he was willing to fight Jake on pay-per-view at 199. So, fighting Mexican monster at 199 shouldn't be an issue, but we know it will certainly be one. So if David moves up to cruiserweight for the quote-unquote bigger fight in Zurdo, it's over. So the last option is Yard. I don't know. Unless they're going to bring up another 68-pound name, because you obviously can't bring down a 70, a cruiserweight. So he's in a rock and a hard place, because if you bring up an Mbili or a Berlanga, like my, good friend Two-Tone continuously screams for, then that just makes it worse for David fans, because now they have to continuously defend the BS. And the BS will be, David Benavidez only fights smaller guys. He brought up, a lot of guys, so you don't want to keep going down that route, right? Like, you fought Morrell at 75. You guys were really 68-pounders. Demetrius, he wasn't really a 68-pounder. He had one fight at the division. Morrell had one fight at the division. Kyrone Davis, same thing, not a 68-pounder. Jay Leon Love, not a 68-pounder. So you don't want to keep going down that path where people can complain that he's bringing guys up. So the Yard fight for me is the biggest fight. The only way I would even consider a Callum and a Buatsi is if they put on an exciting fight between each other that made waves in the boxing public, so they're like hot and you capitalize off that momentum. But outside of that, I think Anthony Yard, having already fought Bivol and Kovalev, is a better setup for the quote-unquote fight with Better Beef and David, even though David prefers to fight Dimitri Bivol. In his mind, he thinks if he fights Bivol and beats him, it somehow proves that he's better than Canelo, is what he said in an interview. But first super chat of the day, we not the same, 101, $5. Good morning, champ. Salute. Thank you for rocking out. He says Canelo saved his daughter from seeing the horror Daddy beat the brakes off her favorite YouTuber. Dad of the year. Go fight Mr. T. Jake, laugh out loud. Man, that's crazy. Sir Isaac, welcome to the prospect level. We got RRT Boxing with Mr. A with the frat $10 super chat and the first $10 super chat. Berlanga is the pay-per-view fight. Hashtag Hardin. 3 faces in clouds of Hardin smoke. He is not the pay-per-view fight. We not forcing Berlanga up. If he can make the weight, he can make the weight. Yeah, David chose to move up. That's no one's fault. It's no one's fault, man. Hopefully he could come back down, but let's not just think of the stardom of Berlanga as a way to help, David, because you're not really helping him. Think about it. Are you telling me that you, the hardcore fan, is willing to pay for David Benavidez, who we already think can beat Berlanga? Now you're going to pay for him to beat Berlanga at a weight Berlanga's never been. Like, you want to pay for that. Please, let's not say these things out loud anymore or type them in the chat. We must think about our dollar. Our dollar. Is Berlanga moving up worthy of your $80? That is the question. That is the question. But Once again, phone lines are open if you're interested in calling in. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you're right here on YouTube. And if you're on X, do me a favor. Cost you nothing to hit that repost because it's going to help get some people that do want to speak, do want to give their opinion. And they also don't know that we do shows every single day, 2 times a day. We got 03 Dub, $2. Good morning, Dub. Jake versus Benavidez. They both want Canelo. Winner. Yeah, but again, Jake went to go see David in Miami. He watched him spar. He's not going to fight David. He's not going to fight David. Now, if Jake wants to somehow be a chess-playing evil villain and sacrifice himself to boost the stardom of David Benavidez, and it's a crazy plan. A, it means taking a loss. B, it means getting beat up by David Benavidez. But C, in the grand scheme of things, the publicity that Jake would give David plus the win would force the Canelo fight. It would add to my plan of bringing David from 160,000 pay-per-view buy fighter to 350, 500, which again is in my title, making him unduckable. So that super chat, while it's a long shot, because again, David would have to have Jake would have to have all this love for David or this extreme hate for Canelo that he would sacrifice himself. TNT 239, $2. David versus Zurdo, fire emoji. But then again, if he goes up to 200, you're really throwing away the Canelo fight. And I'm okay with that. I've been one of David fans to just move on. Stop saying that dude's name. Just move on. But remember, this would be the nail on the coffin, right? He goes to cruiser. That's a huge gap. Not only has Canelo never fought there, so you lose he fought at that weight class before, but you're also allowing David to fully rehydrate, right? Like now he gets to lift weights and just live a lot different lifestyle. Not saying he's going to overeat, but he's going to have definitely more muscle definition. I mean, look at the weigh-in. David Morrell's shoulders and chest looked ridiculous. Now, muscles don't win fights, and David proved that to you. But there seems to be signs of lack of muscle development due to extreme weight loss, maybe. Just my guess. I could be wrong. M. Diesel member for 16 months on that champ level. Shout out TBV. Now, man, shout out to you for rocking out with us Saturday morning. We got Gavin Goins with the $5. Shout out to David. Like you said, the next fight numbers will be even bigger. He is becoming must-see TV. Mexican monster emoji, flex emoji, 100 emoji. Yeah, I mean, at this point, David is going to be the A-side over Canelo. The favorite over Canelo, right? Like, he beat Boo Boo, he beat Morrell, and he beat Plant. The only up they got is Canelo stop Plant. But he beat Boo Boo, who you never wanted to face, and then he beat Morrell, who you would have never faced, right? Gavin Goins, $5. Stark, 7, 2-pounder. David should unify interim belts with Buatsi, WBO. Smiling face with a tear. Yeah, man. I mean, he already said that, so it's not like I'm taking shots, but he said, there's unifications. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. You got an undisputed champ with all the belts, but then you got all these other fighters with a bunch of interim belts, and they're just unifying too. So we're gonna essentially have 2 undisputed champs, 1 undisputed champ of the champions, and then 1 undisputed champ of all the interim champions and belts. It's getting strange out here, man. Politics. Matt Bent, $100, $2. Kansas City, daily dose of Tankwell. David fights top 10 light heavies. I'm watching. Okay, so basically, no matter who he fights at 175, you're tuned in. Neil's water bottle, 2-pounder. How is Ryan versus Rolly on May 2nd and Nello in May 3rd? Yeah, I seen the interview. He said he's gonna fly in his jet after the fight and be at Canelo's fight. So, I guess it's gonna be like a split site pay-per-view where now Ryan might end up on the undercard of Canelo, and so does I'm losing my train of thought. Devin. Yeah, because from what I seen, he said Canelo fights on Sunday so that it's prime time Saturday here for us. So he also said he was going to take that plane from the Ryan Devin fights to Saudi Arabia to be there for the Canelo fight. So, I mean, if the Canelo fight is also on a Saturday and he's there on a Saturday for the Devin fight, unless they're pushing the Devin fight to a Friday and then he flies Saturday out to be in his country for Sunday, which puts him back in the future, and we watch it on Saturday. I don't fucking know, bro. We got to see how it works out. Pristine Sports Networks, $2. Turkey said he trying to convince Nello to fight David. But I said that based off the deal. The October date doesn't have an opponent attached. So, and that's where I say it would be his fault if that fight doesn't get made. You signed him to a 4-fight deal, and I'm putting the onus on you because, you gave Usyk all that money. If you gave it to Usyk, you can give it to Canelo, is how I look at it, Usyk doesn't even generate it. Canelo does. You landed the whale, pay the whale. And, based off that 4-fight deal, remember, if you look, I'm screen sharing, May would be Charlo or Bruno, but they can always throw a curveball and still give us Skull or, whoever they decide. And then we got Crawford in September, which is what everybody wants. Then we will have potentially the Bivol rematch. If Bivol isn't available, then we will get Shiraz or Eubank. Again, Conor Benn can still beat Eubank and take him out, and Adames can take out Shiraz, and he's no longer an option. And then it says October 26th to be confirmed, which means that is when David and Canelo could fight if Turkey offers the right amount of money, right? I mean, Jake told us Canelo's about that money. Eddie told us, we used his quote, if you pay Canelo, he'll fight whoever. So the onus is on Turkey Al-Sheikh, who has him signed. It's on him to lock him into that fight. RRT Boxing with Mr. A, another fat $10. Time to drop another bomb. Well, the first bomb for you. Appreciate you, champ. And he says, you think fighting a UK fighter and UK time will still do good pay-per-view numbers? Hashtag Hardin. Well, it won't be about US numbers, right? Remember, usually, unless you're Canelo and Floyd and Pacquiao, if you fight in the UK, your fight is free here in America. Usually a network picks up the television rights. So he could do a UK pay-per-view. He could do a UK pay-per-view and have that fight be free here in America and build his international, brand. We got Leonard Sterling 2-pounder. Ryan Dev card is Friday, May 2nd. Well, there you go. I did give that scenario as well. Jerry Soriano, Yolanda for life, $2. Al Heyman, Turkey, can't get Nello to fight David Benavidez. Teflon Nello. I guess, to me, it's money. It's money, man. Make that money happen. and I'm pretty sure you'll get the fight. He said he'd never fight Jake, and he was about to because that money was there, and then he didn't fight Jake. Why? Because Turkey put that money there, which, again, do we believe him when he says he didn't pay Canelo as much as he was going to make in the Jake fight, when in the same interview he said he's been lying to the media? I don't know, man. It made it tough for me to know what's real and what's not. Iron Mike, what's up?
Yo, what's going on, Ness? Good morning.
Buenos dias.
Yo, I understand, we're on the Benavidez Morrell topic, but I just want to go back and talk a little bit about the Jake video, because yesterday all morning I was just kept thinking, like, why would Turkey be so happy about getting leverage and signing Canelo for more money, or paying more? Like, I just didn't really understand that. Like, he's coming out pretty much with this video as far as like he's the line and all this, and I'm just like thinking, like this guy's literally getting played. Like, what is he happy about? Like, why is he throwing like this subliminals with Scarface, with Sosa and everything? It just didn't really make sense until I started thinking about Al Heyman. And pretty much up to yesterday before the video, I was like, this would only make sense if Al was the one pretty much orchestrating that Jake Paul fight, because that fight would have generated so much money that it would have injected much money into the PBC. Now, if that happens, and that overshadows the Crawford Canelo fight, then I understand how Turkey can feel slighted. Like, I understand your point of view as saying like, no, that would only bring in another fan base because it'll make the fight bigger. But you have to look at it from this point of view. Tank and Ryan in 2023 was the biggest fight that happened. And after that fight ended up happening, a lot of people kept saying like, yeah, but the real fight is coming now with Crawford and Spence. And we ended up seeing that at the end of the day, that fight didn't generate as it was a true fight for the hardcores. It wasn't a fight for the casuals, and and that Ryan Tank still overshadowed that fight. So going back to the Al Heyman PVC thing, I think that might have been some slight towards Al Heyman from Turkey, and not him throwing slight at Jake, because that to me would make a lot more sense if Turkey probably felt like Al Heyman was going behind his back and trying to create a deal, which it almost seemed like Canelo was like, I don't really want to do this, but the money's just too good to be true. Does that make sense?
Yeah, man. I mean, definitely makes sense. Great theory. It makes sense to me. I like it. I'm
Yeah,
assuming
we
Sosa is Al Heyman, and Scarface is Canelo, or is Turkey Canelo?
Turkey is Sosa, and I guess Canelo would be Scarface.
But
You have to look at it that way.
no, because Sosa kills Scarface.
No. So at the end he does, but he's telling him in that scene, he's telling him, "Don't fuck me over. Don't ever fuck me over,
Yeah,
Tony." And it's
yeah,
the
but
same.
but
And it's
we
the same.
can't live in the scene when we know the outcome. So Tony does fuck him over. Sosa does kill him. So that scene can't represent a union. It represents a fallout.
I mean, you have to look at it from that point of view. If that's the scene that he's only putting out, that's all I'm taking out of it. But that would be the only thing that would make sense to me. I think we just have to see how this whole thing is gonna play out with the PVC in the next couple of months. So let's see. But that's my call, Ness.
All right, champ. Definitely want your thoughts on that. I mean, I've been wondering what that picture meant myself since I showed it to you guys, and even before I showed it. I didn't understand what it represented for Mr. Alashik. Jerry Soriano, $2. Fans defend this ridiculousness just to not say duck. I don't understand why y'all choose like not to spell things. Like, what's all this hieroglyphics y'all making me read? Back with another two. He says, forget duck. David Benavidez is a bad matchup for Nello, and they know it. Yeah, I don't disagree, but again, I do believe that if the funds are there, they taking that fight, man. They taking that fight. We going out to Treese. What up?
Yow.
What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though? Hey, man. Say, man. Shout out to Benavidez and shout out to Benitez too, man. James Benitez. Me and that guy was talking and shit like this last night, and we was thinking of some shit we was saying like this 150 and whatnot. He was saying like David, he need his version of the the green print. We're gonna call it the black print. You feel me? And then two minds came together, and I'm like, man, I get it. I know he need like his version of the black print. He need a black fighter and shit like this that he can sell with up there. But I'm like, it ain't really no guy. But then look at me, I'm like, I had already mentioned I want to see him fight Badu Jack. I say Badu Jack is the black print. You feel me? And then especially for him, considering the fact that speaking of the black print, who is my man Badu Jack tied to? The real face of boxing, Floyd Mayweather, gang. I think that's the way that Benavidez can up them numbers, man. You know, he fight Badu Jack. We bring Floyd Mayweather from out under a rock, you feel me? The real face of boxing. When we think about it, that's who everybody really tied to around this boxing shit, man. Who really doing numbers in this shit. You tied to Floyd somehow, some way. And shit, we got Tank out here doing numbers. We got Canelo out here doing numbers.
Let me get this straight for the people that don't hear you in the back, way in the back seats. You saying you want to pay for David Benavidez to fight 44-year-old Badu Jack?
Badu Jack is in the midst of about to fight Ryan Rozecki. He won. If he win that fight, I'm not. It's not a.
And tell the world who Ryan Rozecki is.
I know who he. Man, listen,
no,
man.
I said
I'm
tell
not.
the world who he is because they don't know.
I mean, he's a hell of a fighter. Shout out Floyd Mayweather.
Okay.
You feel me? He's a ferocious guy coming to swing and
But
bang.
again, I mean, you didn't answer the question directly. So you want to pay for David Benavidez on pay-per-view versus Badu Jack? That's what you're telling us.
With the caveat of Badu Jack defending that belt against Ryan Rozecki, yes, I will. If David Benavidez is telling me he going up there to fight Badu Jack, you feel me, for that WBC belt, because that's what we know David to always walk around with. Shout out G-Von. He carries a lot of them with him every time you see him, even when he goes out. He got 4 of them with him. They expired, but he got them. Shout out to the WBC. I'd fuck with that. If Badu Jack get that done, yes. Yes, David Benavidez, go get that. Like I say, you bring Floyd Mayweather out from under a rock, the real face of boxing. That's how you boost them numbers, Mr. Benavidez. You get that shit done. But what I will like to talk about, hey, did you see this man Turkey Al-Sheikh with this Alcatraz fight shit? What is this man talking about? You seen that? Am I tripping? He talking about putting fights in there?
I guess it's gonna be for the rich, because how we gonna get to Alcatraz, man?
Man, that shit. Listen, man. I'm not opposed. Hey, I'm not opposed to the type of thinking that he doing, because Lord knows I'm not opposed to a fire ass location if you gonna do a fight. Hey, but that shit is. I just found that to be wild with the why. And then we got niggas like Jake saying that he holding fighters captive and prisoner and shit. Now he trying to put him at Alcatraz. But damn. That's neither here nor there. But shout out TBV and shout out Toledo, Ohio, man. Y'all be cool. We got Jared Anderson, you feel me? February 14th, finna break somebody's heart. Y'all be cool, man.
All right, champ. We got bands. What it do? Bands looking like you're not connecting. Jump out, jump back in. We got Mozzie in the building.
Yo, what's the word?
Good morning.
Top of the top community. Yo, I kind of like, before I even get started, I kind of like what Treese just said about the Badu Jack. I feel like that's what you gotta do. David Benavidez, he can't be too boxed in on the American market, man. I know he's trying to win the American market, and you gotta start where you from, but it wouldn't hurt for him to go over there and fight Badu Jack. Sometimes you got to get outside your comfort zone and show that you can travel the world and become a world beater. He got to start beating people around the world, and I think he can really benefit from that, number wise, name wise, etc. And Badu shit, Canelo was talking about fighting Badu Jack before. That would have definitely been on pay-per-view. He would have definitely sold. If Benavidez does truly still want the
Yeah, but
Canelo fight, I think.
isn't it different? You talking about a dude that started at 140 trying to fight a cruiserweight, not a cruiserweight trying to fight an older cruiserweight.
Yeah, but see, that's how we gonna look at it. But everybody else not really gonna look at it like that. They just gonna watch it for what it is. And they love Badu Jack over there. They love him over there. And the
Over where?
Benavidez
Over
fans.
where? Over where?
Wait, where's he from? Like
He's from
Africa, right?
No, he's from Sweden.
Oh, he's from Sweden. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool too. They got a community over there. Sweden is cool. Is that where he fights most of the time? I feel like he fights like in the UK.
Nah, he fight in America, bro.
Badu Jack be fighting in America?
I mean, ever since he got with Mayweather, yeah, he probably had like maybe 2 or 3 Saudi fights, but
Couple Saudi fights.
or Dubai fights, but yeah,
I
he's
just feel like
primary
that'd be a fight that'll
America.
happen somewhere else if it does happen. But hey, if it happens in America, that's even better. That's even better. A fighter from a different country, he got to start getting some of those rather than just fighting Spanish guys and black guys and white guys. You gotta start. You know what I mean? Becoming that world
So
beater.
he's not 44. He's 41.
That's not bad.
He's 41. He's from Sweden, and his last fight was in Saudi, and then the one before that was in Jeddah, and before that was in Dubai. So he's been out there for a minute, but before that was basically all American fights.
Yeah, fucking with Floyd. Yeah. But that's good though. That's what I'm saying. Like shit, man. Benavidez, he needs to go out there. He needs to go to Saudi and get a fight, man. He needs to be on one of them Saudi cards. It's gonna help him out a lot. I can't see how it would hurt him at all. You know what I mean? Because these 150k buys, I mean, it's decent, but as much as people was giving him hell for who he was gonna fight before he announced the Morrell fight, what was that guy's name? It was the
Jesse
black
Hart.
guy. What was yeah. He was receiving a lot of bullshit. It was like, oh, you fighting her? All right, whatever. I give y'all Morrell, and y'all only give me 150k buys. I mean, some people you got the Benavidez supporters saying, yeah, that's good. But let's not forget any other. I can name maybe like 2 or 3 fighters. If they get 150 buys, we're gonna sit here and troll them. But I heard a lot of people championing Benavidez for these 150k buys. Like that's not good. That's actually that's bad work. You know what I mean? They not making no money over there like the money to keep on putting on them shows that we want to see. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. His next opponent is very important, man, and I feel like he should really consider somebody that's been around the world fighting versus, finding somebody out the rankings or fighting another American or it's not gonna benefit him. It's not gonna benefit him at all, I don't think, man. So I gotta agree with Treese. I like the Badu Jack fight for him next. Or, somebody from over there. Don't give us a random no name, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Other than that, Derek Chiroza, man, I like him to go ahead and pull the upset tonight. You know what I mean? I'm a leave it with that. I'm taking Derek Chiroza to win on the cards tonight against Otto Wallin in his last fight. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna tap back in.
All right. Appreciate you. If you're watching this on YouTube, it is free. Don't forget, it's absolutely free to hit that thumbs up button and show some free love. You could also repost, retweet, whatever you want to call it, right here on X Spaces, where we use to communicate if you want to call in and voice your opinion. Discord also available for those that want to call in. And we got some super chats to catch up to. Looks like we got RRT Boxing with Mr. A back with another 5. Heyman is Tony in that picture. Hashtag Hardin. Yeah, that makes sense because Tony, no. Canelo has to be Tony in that picture because Canelo is crossing Heyman. You know? It's a subliminal. What up, Tone?
What up? You hear me?
We hear you.
What's cracking, man? Happy Saturday. Congratulations to the new face of Mexican boxing, new pay-per-view star, David the Mexican Monster Benavidez, Phoenix,
Nasty
Arizona,
work.
South Phoenix on.
Nasty work. You gonna talk about pay-per-view star, but when Tank do 150, you out here Junior face of boxing.
I'm not a number warrior. I've never been a number warrior. That's for the Tank fans. They got calculators in their pockets. They got seating charts in their pockets. I've never been a number warrior. I'm all about the fades.
So why you come on here to my the new pay-per-view star?
Because I know it irks Canelo fans. I know this is their worst nightmare. I know they're absolutely terrified of David the Mexican Monster Benavidez, and no amount of money will get Canelo in the ring. And Turkey Al-Sheikh said that yesterday.
No, he did not. There you go, putting words in his mouth. Brooklyn boy, what up? My man be capping. Why you always do that, Tom?
He did say that yesterday. He said, hopefully I can convince. So you didn't need no convincing for Terrence Bud Crawford?
So where the hell you get no amount of money? Go ahead, Brooklyn boy.
Yo, what's up? You hear me?
Perfect.
All right, so Benavidez. Yo, what's up? So Benavidez, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm proud of Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Like that ass. Like this is what he wanted. His first time on headlining the pay-per-view. Like it's great for him. You know what I'm saying? Like 160 versus Morrell. That was a great fight. You know what I'm saying? I wish Morrell would have threw his hands more, but it was a definitely great fight, man. You know what I'm saying? I like that fight. With this Jake and this Jake, like he mad. Listen. I'm glad Canelo pulled out that fight. That was a clown ass fight. Also, it wasn't gonna build for the fucking Crawford fight. It would have been like a decline from that fight to the Crawford fight. You know what I'm saying? Because we all agree that Jake Paul that fight would have did more than Crawford. So I'm actually glad he's still going off on Twitter right now, bro. Like it's bad funny. No cap. Like that ass. Like yo, Jake, how did it feel that you was chasing this fight for years, and then when you had it in your hands, oh, pop goes the weasel. It's gone now. You know what I'm saying? Like that ass. And I hope you keep on cursing him out so you could never get that fight. Facts. Because nobody wants to see that trash ass fight. But yeah, man, like what a great day of boxing, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Ness, did you hear when Turkey said he wants to have like fights in that jail? I forgot what it's called. Do you
Alcatraz,
remember? Do you know what I'm talking?
Alcatraz.
Bro, yo, son, like didn't Bernard Hopkins do that one time?
No, I mean Bernard actually fought when he was in jail.
Oh shit. Okay. So he fought while he was in jail. It wasn't like no setup shit.
Yeah.
Okay. That all right. But yeah, nah, son, yo, shouts out to Turkey, man. He's saving boxing, man. Like that ass. I'm gonna pull up to that Ryan and Rolly fight. You know what I'm saying? Like that ass, because like I feel like that shit gonna be fire. They said that shit gonna be in the middle of Times Square. You know what I'm saying? Like that ass, like that shit gonna be fire. Like yo, just imagine like on some anime shit. Like they fighting and you see all the billboards in the back, all the goddamn big ass TVs, and you see T-Mobile over here. You see damn Apple Music promoting some shit. Like that shit gonna look like some anime shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that ass. But yo, yeah, shit, man. Shout out to Turkey, man. No cap, facts. But I'm done though. You know what I'm saying? I'm out.
All right, champ.
Yeah, man. Jake Paul, he crashing out, man. When white privilege doesn't work, you crash out. This is a crash out. Had some good points in this video.
Shock value. Why are you going for shock value? What white privilege? He's in that position because of his numbers and his star power and his drawing power. Yeah, nobody. That ain't got nothing to do with privilege, though. That ain't got nothing to do with privilege. Terrible.
Absolutely. Always preface that with it's not because of his skills. Always say that.
No.
Never leave out the equation.
You do that. You do that because you're the hater. Your background says it. That's who you are. You do that. But just like Brooklyn Boy was terribly wrong for feeling that. Like, think about what y'all doing. Y'all happy that someone who manifested this fight 3 years ago and literally was in the process of getting it can't get it. Y'all mad. But then you get mad at Canelo fans for saying David can't get it and doing the same thing. What you doing as Jake is what they do to you with David. Just remember that. Nike
Absolutely
Hendricks,
not.
yes it is.
In
Yes
that
it is.
equation, somebody has skills. In that equation, somebody has skills. There's one person in that equation
David got them
that sucks at
skills.
what they
David
do.
got them skills and Jake got them skills. Jake's skill is to generate dollars.
No. Okay, well,
Nike,
generate
what up?
dollars on crypto. Generate Carlos with that white bitch who got popular for sucking dick. Stay the fuck out of boxing.
Shout out to the boxing. Hey, y'all got Tone in his crash out mode right now, man. Hey, so the fight did 160k buy. That's good, right? That ain't bad. That's good. You know, for Benavidez versus Morrell, that's good. You know, I feel like David Benavidez taking a step in the right path of it. You know, because he said it himself. He gonna build up his own legacy, and I don't know, Tone. I mean, I kind of agree with you, but I kind of don't with the Jake situation. What I agree with is that Canelo is not fighting him because, not gonna lie, that would have been an easy fight for Canelo. He probably would have told Canelo, please don't knock me out, man. I give you an extra 10 million on what you're getting type shit. So
Here we go.
I
Yo,
like that.
I just
Hey,
understand. I just understand that all of y'all are
Ness, you
living
gotta
with
let
that
me
fear.
cook, Ness.
That's what y'all gonna
Ness, you
do.
gotta let me
Y'all willing
cook,
to
Ness.
take a
You gotta let
dive.
me cook,
Y'all
Ness. You
willing
gotta
to
let
ask
me
Canelo to put shit in the contract. Don't hit me, Canelo.
Ness, you gotta let me
This your
cook,
own
man. You gotta
insecurities
let me
coming out.
cook,
Your own
man. You gotta let
insecurities
me
coming
cook,
out.
man. See, you wasn't even listening. You're talking too fast. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got two ears, one mouth. You gotta listen. You know what I'm saying? I agree and disagree. I said the part I agree with Canelo's not fighting him. Because that's how I feel. It's an easy fight. You know? But in a way, if Canelo did fight him, that bring more eyes to boxing. Like you said, Ness, with Ness and the revenue. That's the part I'm looking at that would have been good for boxing. The revenue, bringing the eyes, the casuals, the WWE fans. Because shit, Logan Paul fans, his brother fans would have been like, oh shit, Logan's brother fighting Canelo. Jake's fighting Canelo, you know, so that would have brought more eyes to the sport. But like I said, man, you know it, Ness, I know it, man. Canelo would have watched them in there. I don't know. I was just talking shit about like he would have been like, oh, I give you an extra 10 mil not to knock me out. But Canelo, you know it, Ness. Canelo would have washed that motherfucker in there, man. Berlanga, he don't even got it. That's what I'm saying. Like, Jake wouldn't have a chance against Berlanga. You seen what fucking what was the motherfucker? Was it Tommy or somebody or who he fought? Rasheen Rahman Jr. wasn't the motherfuckers he lost to or whatever.
Who?
Or Jake never fought one of them, right? No, but that's what I'm
He was
saying.
gonna
Like,
fight Hakeem Rahman Jr.
okay,
You
he
might
was gonna
feel like
fight
it's
him.
your time,
But yeah, he wouldn't even had a
but
chance
it's not
against
your time.
Berlanga. And y'all think
That's the
Canelo ain't
bell
gonna watch
player.
him?
You know what?
Come on,
That's a
man.
good call, man. I ain't think of that. Cause Jake did say, "Don't worry, my fight gonna be the biggest fight of out of all everybody's." Basically, I'm paraphrasing, but he basically was saying to Canelo like he gonna have a bigger fight than Canelo. Canelo's gonna fight Crawford. Is Jake Berlanga bigger than Crawford Canelo?
Is Jake Crawford bigger than Berlanga Canelo?
No. Berlanga Jake, is it bigger than Crawford Canelo?
No. No.
Jake Badu Jack?
No. No, man. No, absolutely not.
Who else been calling out Jake? I mean, the Andy fight too risky. That's way too risky. I don't know. I don't know who he gonna find to make a big fight. I don't know why I'm thinking boxing when we all know he's gonna think outside the box.
Floyd Mayweather?
Can he get Mayweather in the ring?
That's super huge fight.
Can he get
But look like
Mayweather
he
in the
got
ring?
shamed, man.
Huh?
He got Turkey.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Jake McGregor obviously would be bigger than Canelo and Crawford. That's right. And I've been asking for that fight. Fucking McGregor's a little duck. I don't know how y'all let him get away with that. He been ducking Jake
McGregor,
for a minute.
He probably on drugs, all kind of stuff, bro.
I mean, same thing as Ryan, and you fucking support him. Jaywalk, $2. I fuck with Trees, but his fight ideas be god awful. Two faces with tears of joy. ES, $10. I don't know, Ness. BD. Who the fuck is BD? Oh, Badu. No. Because it should be David Benavidez, not BD. Did he do that backwards? We're going to move on and see can we do it. Still don't convince me. He almost got known out on the Morrell fight. I feel like if he fights Yard, better be Bivol, he might get KO. Okay, so he is talking about David, and he just called him Benavidez David. And for whatever reason, he says he still don't convince him. He almost got knocked out in the Morrell fight just because his legs buckled. I guess Mayweather almost got knocked out in the Mosley fight because he buckled, and in the Madonna fight because he buckled. I mean, yeah, you know. Okay. But he believes that Yard, Better Be, or Bivol might KO David. Damn, you really don't believe in David. That's crazy. I wish Canelo felt like you. Give us that fight. But shout out for the 10. Jerry Soriano back with another 2. 2 firemen. Nello chose Terrence Bud Crawford. Good enough for me. Hall of Fame career. E92, $2. Butt sniffer. Tenga más respeto, Ness. Face with tears of joy. UFC 312 today. Fire emoji. It is not good. Sad work, bro, that you about to pay. He pays for porno. You seen that? You seen that super chat?
Oh.
E92 pays for porno.
He pays for porn?
He said he's buying UFC 312 today.
Oh shit! They be sniffing butts.
The butt sniffers. The butt sniffers. We got Manuel LG, member for 19 months on that prospect level. Ness, you going live for Chisora Wale? Let me pull up my DAZN since I'm not a fire sticker. Let's go to DAZN, see what they tell me in terms of, whoa. Yo, now you can watch football on DAZN and it costs $179. Lord have mercy. I was
For the whole
watching,
season?
I don't know, I just clicked no thanks. I was watching Bill Maher last night and it was hilarious, bro. He is so right. I miss cable television, Tone.
Yes.
Remember you could
Yes.
watch, I remember HBO and Showtime would put fights and I would be mad because they both got fights on the same time, but at least I could just go HBO, hit the back button, and I'm watching two fights at once in between 8 rounds. With this app shit,
Yes.
I gotta go into the zone, go into the matchroom fight. If Frank Warren has a fight on DAZN, I gotta get out of the matchroom fight, go to the home screen, find the Frank Warren fight, click the Frank Warren fight, little circle, get in that fight. Then I gotta get out of that app to open up the ESPN app to watch Top Rank because they got the shit on at the same time. Bro, they supposedly making life better for us and it's more difficult.
Right.
It's becoming more difficult to watch sports, man. Nasty
And remember,
work.
you used to be able to go HBO too. So the fight would air, then 2 hours later, they're gonna play it on HBO too.
Yep. We got. Oh, I didn't check the times. Let's see. So Chisora is upcoming fights. Chisora starting at 10:30 a.m. So it's about another 2 hours for me. That is gonna be difficult. I think I can make it though. I think I can make it. If I leave here early, I probably could make it. And that's not going to be the walkout for the main event. So certainly will be live for this. Yep. Keeping it moving though. Jerry with another 2. Nello needs to embrace the hate like Floyd. Genius. The Axiom $5. Sosa is Turkey and Tony is Al Heyman. Canelo is the Coke. Let's think about that. Sosa is Turkey. Tony is Al. I like that analogy, but I don't think we could make Canelo the Coke because then Canelo becomes like everyone else. And he's not. In that movie, Canelo would have to have a role. You know, that's like saying Floyd's in that movie and doesn't have a role. Floyd can never just be Coke, like Canelo can never just be Coke because then Berlanga's also Coke and they ain't the same Coke. You see what I'm saying? So it's good, but I don't know. Maybe someone's got to come up with something better. I need Turkey to answer it, though. That subliminal has my head twisting. Pistol Parkway Mozzie, Tenalis. I don't want to believe there's a feud between Al and Turk. Turk called PBC a partner. Al will be involved with the September fight. We'll see PBC logo on the poster. Hopefully, but if you notice from Jake's video, right? Let me.
Fuck.
Right here.
Fight. Here you could fight. Here.
Fast forward. Look at this. It shows Tom Brown, which means PBC was involved in the Jake Paul fight. He might not be lying about him turning his back on Al. But there's nothing wrong with that. He did business with Al, went to Matchroom, went with Matchroom, went back to Al. It's not really a turn in his back. Jake is just trying to maybe, sensationalize it, add a little spice to it so it could look like he's disloyal. But is he really loyal to Al for having done 3 fights with Al, maybe more? But, yeah, in an interview somewhere, he said he wished he would have been with Al from the beginning, but that's because there wasn't a Turk in the picture.
Did y'all address the rehydration clause? Canelo try to put Jake Paul in?
Nah, I ain't see
Yo,
that.
yo,
Where
what's up,
Jake said
Ness?
that at? What up, James?
What's up, man? You crazy shit, man. You said the UFC 312 is pouring on shit. Niggas still paying for that shit. Wild, bro. Wild as shit. But nah, man. But also, Ness, man, you impatient, man. Just like I guess the people who starting to get impatient about building their Benavidez career to make him a real star. I mean, 150 is cool, but man, for him being a monster and this, that, and the third, man, I would have thought it would have did more than 150. But you know, that's neither here nor there. But let's go with what Tree said earlier, man, with the black print. So we're gonna say the black print. You know, David's a humble guy, man. So why don't we get David versus Steven Nelson on the Bud Canelo card? I mean, that'll be a big stage for David. Be a last hurrah for damn Steven Nelson because we know nobody really wants to
Okay,
fight him.
so you don't mess with David then. That's what it is. Because you asking him
I
to
mean,
fight
shit.
Steven Nelson, another 68-pounder. You want people to clown David again?
I mean, shit. Or we can go with Andre Durrell and everything. I mean, Andre Durrell wanted the Anthony Yarde fight and shit, and he did touch David up in sparring in Miami and made David have his worst camp. So why don't we do that? I mean, he's still in shape. Or why don't we just go ahead and just do some gimmick fights with David, man? Why don't we just give him Rashad Evans or Rampage Jackson? I mean, their profiles are actually bigger than David's, and they'll actually help him cross over to the MMA world. You know, you can do some shit like that just to sound the black print. I mean, it's crazy, man. Like, for David to be as good as he is, to be as unpopular he is, man, that shit just don't make sense. I just think some people ain't meant to be stars in this world, Ness. You know,
Unpopular.
like, you know,
What do you,
I
bro?
mean,
We literally the new face of
like Two Tone,
Mexican.
like Two Tone. You know, there's niggas every day that talk about hip hop and media, man. But these niggas ain't gonna pop like you because you got it. David doesn't, bro. You can admit it, my nigga. You know it's the truth. So with that being
Nah, we
said, man,
building it,
like,
bro.
bro, nah, bro. I mean, nigga, how long you gonna build? The nigga walking around with 4 belts. I thought the building process should be over with, but that's
Hey
neither
man,
here nor
what's
there.
the point
Or
where Canelo fought
or
Chavez?
you want to say, some of those belts don't mean shit? Cause we could talk about that too. You know, because I mean, you know, he's with all them belts. You know, he just defended a damn interim belt and everything. Ain't defend none of them other belts he ever owned. So I mean, is a nigga really a star? Is he really? Is he really all that? I'm not for sure, bruh. But you know, there's so many reasons why I think other people are passing the ball on the line for just getting the Canelo fight, where David's lacking in other areas. So David needs to keep on trying to do some astronomical things and do some things that's just out of this world. So man, maybe call up one or two of them niggas I thought, or maybe even holler at Turkey, or even did he retract that statement saying that he didn't really need the Turkey fight to get a bag? But
Not
you
that I
know,
heard
it
of.
is what it is. Oh, see what I'm saying? So he needs to go ahead and kiss the ring and apologize to Turkey out of the sheet. But shout out to you, Tone, man. Yo, shout out to Phoenix, Arizona. Shout out to the community as always. I'm out.
All right,
Yeah,
James, Atlanta,
Ellie,
stand up.
Ellie Setback responded. That's crazy. Bucket list. But hey, that was quality hate right there. That was great quality hate right there. Remember when Canelo fought Chavez, he wasn't like the face of boxing yet. That's the level that we at right now with David the Mexican Monster Benavidez. Respectfully, we growing, man. We building and we doing things the right way. We not in any goofy. We not in any circus acts. We cooking, man. Berlanga,
Damn,
go up to 175.
Jake Paul really A-sided Canelo. Canelo tried to come with a 190. Jake like, nah, champ, we ain't doing that. And Canelo like, all right then, we'll do it your way. Wow. David could never. I hope one day he gets that power, man. Damn. Richard, what up? Damn, that's crazy. Canelo had to fight at his real weight. He couldn't make Jake take a catch weight. That's nasty. Richard, you gotta unmute.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Straight.
Hey, Tone is fucking crazy, man. That's how you look. That's a delusional Benavides fan. How is he saying that Benavides are they're still building him up? This is the exact same reason why he's a hype job and people are making him seem more crazy than he is. Throw Bivol at him, throw Better Beef at him, throw Zurdo Ramirez at him, back to back to back, and watch how he goes 0-3. why you still gonna want to have him fight 168 pounders? You know, obviously this guy's obese. That's why he looks better than other fighters because he's fucking heavier than them. But look at 175. He's being exposed, and that's facts right there. So you know, save me this trouble that you know that they're building him up. That's bullshit. Like I said, throw him those 3 fighters and watch how he's 0-3, and all the no Sabo kids put this hype job to sleep.
Richard,
Yes, sir.
give me one fighter that you can throw those 3 names to and doesn't lose. Because you said back to back to back.
Oh, I would say, for example, well, Zurdo Ramirez would be our better beef and Bivol, and so that's definitely one fighter that would be all 3 of them. I think Canelo beats better beef and Bivol at 168, and Zurdo Ramirez was supposed to fight
At
Canelo at
168, so you
168.
so you want Canelo to beat them because he put them in weight classes they've never fought in their entire career?
Hey, Bivol wanted the Canelo rematch at 168, so if
But
he's
he never
winning or
fought
go
there
down,
though. He never fought there though. And
yeah,
Canelo,
definitely.
remember, he said he didn't want to fight at Bivol at 68 because he didn't want anyone to say that that's the only reason he won.
Oh, definitely. I agree with you. But see, but if a light heavyweight champion like Bivol says,
And I don't know
I'm
if you
down for the.
forgot. I don't know if you forgot that Zuldo lost to Bivol. So how can he even beat Bivol and Better Beef?
Oh, easy. Because, for example, because Zurdo used to fight at 168, so he's definitely been there.
Yeah, but he
And
lost.
remember,
But he lost to Bivol. You said he would beat Bivol, so I guess you mean in a rematch.
well, I think as of today, I think Zurdo would beat Bivol. I think he's got more experience. He's managing his crew, his weight, his bigger weight. So I think he'll beat Bivol.
All right, Rich.
But my point stands. Bivol, I mean, David will go 0-3 against Ramirez. Better be than Bivol.
Well, lucky for you, David wants Bivol and Zurdo. So you should be a fan of him. The guys you think will beat him, he's already called them out about 2 years ago. We got Boxing Patron. What it do?
You may feel like it's your time.
Sound good, this?
All good. We hear you.
All right, cool. Yeah, man, I'm glad that Jake Paul that fight didn't happen, man. That's good, bro. I mean, that's good for boxing fans. You know what I mean? But you see that Benavidez did what 150. Man, I never believe those numbers, bro. I never do. Even with Canelo when they announced those numbers, yeah, I think you could honestly take about 50,000 off. You know what I mean? I think they overplayed them. I've heard multiple sources actually say they've overplayed them. Am I wrong about that, Tone?
What the cap? I don't know. I'm not a number warrior, man. That's Tank fans. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay. It sounded like you were this morning when you popped on because you was like, "Hey, the new pay-per-view star." Now, okay.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
anything David positive, I'm gonna gas up. Anything David positive, I'm gonna gas up, and anything Jake Paul positive, I'm gonna destroy.
You like to poke at it, dude. It's cool. I like it. It's funny. It's good for the radio or for the YouTube. But yeah, man, I don't see really Canelo, man. I see the Canelo and Benavidez fight happening, bro. I really do, man. I think it happened. I think it's going to happen at a perfect time, man. I think it's going to happen when it's at its biggest because every win that Benavidez gets is going to grow the Canelo versus Benavidez fight, man. It's like when I used to call in, man, back when people they say Ryan and Tank wouldn't fight. You know what I mean? Back like 2 years before they fought, I was like, man, it's going to grow. It's going to get to the point where it's just, it's a big ass balloon and it's going to pop. You know what I mean? And they sold what over 1 million pay-per-views. I believe this is going to be a way bigger than Crawford, bro. By the time it comes, he's going to beat Crawford. His name, Canelo's name will grow. Benavidez is going to go. You know what I mean? Hopefully, fight Bivol or Benavidez, got undisputed at 178. You know what I mean? And it's going to go big where it just pops, man. It's going to get to the biggest point it can possibly get. I believe Canelo's a businessman. That's what I think he used Jake Paul for a little leeway there. And got his 4-fight deal. But it's gonna happen, guys, man. We just all got to sit back and relax and you know what I mean, and enjoy it, man. This is a series, not a movie. You know, so it's just wait. You know, it will happen, and we're all going to be happy. I think it might happen in that last fight, in that October fight. I think that's why they left it blank. You know what I mean, hopefully Canelo could get past the ball in the rematch, and which I believe he can. Because the first fight, he had a damn broken hand, was coming back from that, and I believe that was played a big part where he did not be able to train as good as he could have had in the fight. But yeah, man, just everybody relax, man. It's gonna happen, man. I think all these fights will. I think Tank Shakur will happen. We're just such in a rush, man. Like I said, bro, it's a series, not a movie, man. Just relax. But all right, man, appreciate it, man.
What do you think about when Turkey said he shamed Canelo?
What do you mean?
But it's not
When
your
he
time.
told Canelo, you're too young to fight the YouTuber right now. That should be like your last fight.
Oh, when he said he should fight him when you're like 60.
Yeah.
I mean,
So like you
he's just
should be
saying.
fighting Mr. Beast.
Yeah, he's just saying that he would prefer for Canelo to do that at the age and time of his career when Floyd did it, when Floyd was done fighting at the elite. You know,
Right.
but that's the thing, man. I think that's difficult for a guy of Canelo's stature to tell him, "Yo, go on your novelty fight run. That's it. You done, right?" Because they still think they got it. You know, they always think they got it. You got to retire these dudes. Look how long B-Hop fought. George Foreman came back. Like, it's the younger generation's job to get them dudes up out of there and have them stop believing in themselves the way that they do.
So why was Floyd Money Mayweather so smart to know that Keith one time Thurman would have put hands and feet on me? So I'm just gonna go Birdo, then I'm gonna go McGregor.
I mean, it could be training camp, Tone. Like, imagine, bro, you at one point you gotta get tired of running fucking 3 and 5 miles a day, bro.
Mm.
And that's just the running. That ain't got nothing to do with the sparring and the weightlifting and the weight cutting and the food restriction and the sex restriction. And bro, at one point you just tired. Like, yo, we was watching that show that the Rock has. I didn't even know it still had fucking new series. I mean, new season. Remember when he was like a sports agent trying to buy a football team or
Yeah,
some shit?
what the fuck? I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know it on HBO.
So the point is, on that show, this football player tells his agent, like, yo, at what point is enough money, like too much money enough? Like, at what point is it enough? You know what I'm saying? And you gotta think of like that for Canelo, bro. Like, he's been making 40 plus million for how long? For how long, bro? You know? So it's like, can these training camps get him up the way they used to when he was fighting Trout and Laura and Floyd and Gennady? Bro, this dude has made 40 million plus for so many years. So many. Just go back to the Triple G fights. Like, I mean, I don't know. At one point, he got to get tired of doing it and start being strategic, right? Because I love the box. You don't see me trying to be a pro though, right? So he could be in that phase where he's like, I still love the box. So now we gonna pick and choose. We did that. We been there, done that, and fought the Jacobs and the Gennadys and the Lauras and the Kotos and the Mayweathers. We did it. We moved up and fought Bivol and Kovalev. We did it. Now we strategic on our way out. We
I'm
selling off
fine
into
with
the
that.
sunset. We selling off into the sunset. And you can
I'm
see
fine
that.
with
But I'm saying, don't say you fine and then not live in reality, because you say you see that, but you can see that from the deal. He said he would never fight Jake, and then look at him, ready to fight Jake. Signed. That's his signature. He signed to fight Jake. Like, bro, shit changed, bro. People that once was hungry, they full now. They full.
Well, I mean, if he communicated that, that'd be cool. But he
But that's
still
not his
says he's the
job.
elite guy.
No, because that's not his job. His job is still to get money out of us. Because it's his sailing off into the sunset. So he ain't gonna tell you what he know you don't want to hear. He gonna keep saying, yeah, you never know. I can fight this one. I can fight. You never know, and keep making that 40+ million.
Nah, bro, he ain't never been on the level of a Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant told us, "Look, man, this is my last season. My body breaking the fuck down. It's over." Canelo, you could be like, "Look, man, I ain't got time to deal with the Mexican monster." Then we'll leave him alone. We'll leave that man alone. If that man would say, "Look, man, I'm not trying to deal with that 6-foot kid out there that don't get tired and that throw punches and susceptible speed, got a hairline," like, nah, I ain't trying to do that. The truth is, he's
Bruh,
not
but
ready to give up the Mexican
that's
crown yet.
evident, man. That shit is obvious. Like, you the only one don't realize that he don't want to fight him, because it's a lot. It's gonna be a tough fight. Look at the Bivol fight, and Bivol don't
Not
nearly
even
let his
mean.
he don't nearly let his hands go.
You heard what Caleb Plant said? Caleb Plant said David Benavidez is a mean-spirited guy. That's hard to beat.
Mm-hmm.
I said, damn.
Let me go to Alex Vega.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, yeah. Good morning. Good afternoon to some. What up, Two-Tone? How you doing?
What up, Vega?
Hey, Ness. Interesting that we went with this topic, but I can speak about it. No worries. Yeah, 150. Not a. I'm sorry. I would say it's not a terrible number. It is more than I actually expected. I was worried that it was going to be something that was like the Android rumor, 60, 75K, because a lot of people believe Morrell had no profile. But this gives me hope. This shows if you can make the opponent seem that they have a chance to beat the A side, it'll help boost the sales. People saw Morrell. They said, wow, this guy is just as big. He's in great shape. I'm sure they talked about punching each other. Benavidez talking about breaking his jaw. Morrell did the RoboCop. It was all right. It was actually a pretty decent build up. Only real boxing fans, probably knew his record had even though a small amount of fights, had a high KO percentage. That wasn't really brought up too much from what I remember. Maybe it did. But so David Benavidez becoming unduckable. Is it reaching towards that? We got to see. We got to see. I think you could say I don't think that this is gonna really push towards that, but it's closer to that than it is going away. So people are speaking about what could be next, right? So you're hearing, I'm hearing funny things like the black print, and then they mentioned Badu Jack, who is from the Gambia, came up through Sweden and lives in Dubai. When I just don't see how that's gonna drive his numbers to make him, that he can't be ignored by Canelo. I think it would be great for the resume. Badu, supposed to fight Rozicki. If that fight does go through, he wins. And then, what's his name? David Benavidez have spoken about moving up to cruiserweight to fight Zerto. So why not Badu, a guy that's, in his 40s? We've seen plenty of these fighters fight guys in their 40s or late 30s. That seem as past it, and that is a great win on the resume. Badu Jack is what, a three-weight division champ. That's gonna look great. If you really look at Benavidez' resume, I mean, Caleb Plant, right, fought for undisputed against Canelo. Demetrius Andrade, 2-weight champion, undefeated. Alexander Vostik, former lineal champion, I like heavyweight. And then he beats David Morrell, an undefeated contender, his nemesis. That's a word I hear someone say a lot. His nemesis, a guy that said that he was going to duck.
You mean
excuse
champion?
me.
You mean champion?
Actually, yeah, champion, 2-weight champion. There you go. There you go. Hey, my bad. I thought it was just an interim. My apologies, man. I try to listen to you, but my head hurts. Yeah, and then if he follows that up with, let's say a Badu or a Zerto, that shouldn't be ignored. But then again, he's gonna ignore it. So yeah, in all honesty, I think what's gonna make him unduckable is getting in Riyadh season. I think that should be his focus. Getting over there, he could fight Badu. Badu lives in Dubai, like I mentioned earlier, and he has been Badu Jack has been pushing for a Riyadh season fight. You know, fighting Zerto. Maybe we can convince Zerto not to fight Opataya, or somehow Zerto beats Opataya. Have David Benavidez move up there. Boom, fight Zerto. I don't know how that would result in a Canelo fight at what weight, but shit, maybe he can go back down 175. Obviously, the best way is to beat Bevo, better Bev winner. But man, I mean, they're already talking about Bevo fighting Canelo next year. You know, they could the winner could retire, but fuck it. The black print, what you call it?
That's
Jake
the
Paul versus
bell.
Clarissa Shields.
I don't even know why Treese is trying to be creative. Like, black print is the green print. Like, Floyd was black and he fought a Mexican and called it the green print because he said put a Mexican across from an African American, it means big business. So that's what David would be doing by fighting a, you know, Badu Jack, who's not African American, but uh, that's what Treese was aiming towards. And yeah, it's still the green print. Like, it doesn't have to be the A side doesn't have to be black in order for you to call it the green print. So I don't get this whole black print. That shit, I guess he's trying to copy off my what was it? Ryan Garcia, Black Executioner, going after everybody to get back at Tank, but he never did that route. Brandon Houston, what up?
Yo,
Yo.
say I don't. There's nothing like yeah, every time we look around, they want to throw hurdles at Benavidez. He got to do this, and it's been like that for 2 years now. And as a Benavidez fan, it's like, bro, just come out and say you're not gonna make the fight, and maybe we could leave it alone. But to sit up and pose keep fronting and act like, oh, well, he don't bring nothing to the table, so it got you checking off boxes for Benavidez every time he do something. Like, oh well, because at first it was fight each other, and that's where it started out. Cholo and Benavidez and Plant to fight each other, and maybe I'll fight the winner. So he do that, and then it moved to the goalpost. Well, he shouldn't have lost his belt. They can always fall back on that one. He shouldn't have lost his belt on the scale. And then it goes to now I need $150 million. Then it go to Al didn't get him to fight. None of these dudes he fought had to do shit. But when it come to him, he got to check all these boxes. Oh, maybe go up and fight Opataya. Oh, maybe go up and fight Zerto, come back down, and then go beat Better Be Even them. Nobody else got to do none of this shit. Like, nobody ever had to do none of this shit. It's only one guy. Even Turkey's man who just signed this dude to a 4-fight deal comes out and says, I hope one day I can convince Canelo to fight Benavidez. He just signed this dude to a 4-fight deal. The only thing guaranteed that we know of is Crawford. But and me being around this community for the last 4 or 5 years, I never heard before this year was Benavidez and Canelo. So, I mean, ain't like Canelo don't know that because anytime he's interviewed, he's asked about it. Obviously, anytime Benavidez is interviewed, he's asked about it. And people just want him to shut up. So it's like, bro, what the fuck? This all could go away if Canelo just says, I want to fight him. But it seems like Canelo fans are not willing to just openly admit he don't want to fight. They want to call in and talk about his numbers, what his team didn't do. He was about to fight Jake Paul. Now I get Jake Paul brings a lot of money to it, but like Jake Paul also lost to Tommy Fury. Like he was willing to fight this dude. But Benavidez got to jump all these hurdles, cross all these rivers, climb these mountains to make sure Canelo want to fight him. This dude is telling us what's his name, Boxing Patron. He always call in, talk about he want to fight, and then give us 3 excuses why the fight ain't happening and why we should just keep waiting. So my question to him is, how long can we let it marinate before you can say Canelo too old?
But it's not your time.
Bro, just stop. Just admit he don't want to fight so we can all move on. Because Benavidez fans ain't never gonna stop defending him when y'all make a bullshit ass point. I think
That's
we
the
should all
bell,
we can all
player. That's
move on.
the bell, man.
Yeah, all right.
No
Yeah,
more
all right.
crying, man. No more crying. Yo, can I know who he should fight next? Oh, look, he just jumped off. So emotional, these Benavidez fans.
Nah, he's right though.
I'm
We
running
got to
out of
do
names.
first. They said, "Oh, y'all ducking Morrell." Canelo fans built up Morrell. We didn't build him up. We just knocked him down. Oh, he don't sell. Nobody watches his fight. Now we did 150, 160. Now we got people in the crowd chanting Mexico when they said, "Oh, he's Ecuadorian." Now people chant Mexico. We just building our own lane. What David said he was going to do, that's exactly what he's doing. And Canelo fan, y'all niggas is mad as fuck. Jump on the train now because your man was about to fight a fucking YouTube star till he got shamed by a nigga from Saudi Arabia.
We got El Tanque. Right now, we are at 236,266. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. We're trying to get to that next goal of 237,000 subscribers. You know, numbers is power. The more
Yo,
subscribers we got, the easier it is to get those interviews with Canelito.
how's the audio?
Straight.
Yo, hey, salute the PBC. What a fucking stat card of Mexicans. You know, like I said, the Mexicans saving that motherfucking platform. It's not just David, Isa Cruz. A couple days ago, we had a caller call in and said that the Mexican taxi cab driver said, "Oh, Isa Cruz gonna fight," like he was headlining the fucking event. But you guys don't want to mention none of that shit, right? You act like one dude did all that by himself. I mean, he only did what, 30, 60K more than Terrence Crawford did in his amazing Madrimov pay-per-view card? That shit, that shit's crazy, man. Shout out to all the goddamn Mexicans that were on that bitch. Ramos, fucking Cruz, Tashiro Fierro. Like all them motherfuckers were shown on every single boxing channel on YouTube. They had interviews, the face-offs. Y'all motherfuckers don't want to give them any credit. Salute. Uh, hey, how would the Netflix deal work, Ness? Because I mean, there is no exposure in Mexico for that shit. Like, them motherfuckers over there ain't gonna subscribe to Netflix when Canelo got a deal with Televisa for that bitch to be free. Like,
I
is
mean,
there any
I mean,
is there any confliction between Netflix and stuff like that?
I mean, you the one
Because I
in
mean,
Mexico, so you would have to tell me if y'all got Netflix. But
oh,
secondly,
there is Netflix, but no one's gonna pay for that
but
shit
that's
when
what I'm saying,
Canelo got a fucking deal with
and
Televisa and
that's
TV Azteca to be televised for free.
what I'm saying because he's
Yeah,
already
see,
got a deal. Maybe they just don't include that market.
they can't though. Like, how if he signed a fucking deal for all his fights to be
No, you're
televised
not
for free?
listening. You're not listening. I'm talking about Netflix
Yeah,
doesn't
that's what I'm
trans.
saying.
They just
Because
don't transmit
you,
to Mexico because he's already got a pre-existing deal in Mexico with Televisa, so they'll get the signal. Netflix will send the signal to Televisa.
so how would that affect the views? Because I mean, the Tyson and Netflix and Jake Paul shit was ginormous, right? But it was only televised here. I doubt the Mexicans were fucking paying for that shit over there. Like,
I
ain't no
mean,
goddamn Mexican gonna pay for that shit over there. Because
I
you
mean,
say it's free, but technically it's
we
not, bro. You
they,
gotta pay for the subscription.
yes, you got to pay for the subscription. But how many people using your password with family sharing? Not only that,
You can't, bro. Like, you
that's
can't.
not true, bro.
Bro,
That's
I
not
can't be
true.
playing. I
I
can't be
have
playing two fucking screens on my shit unless I want to pay like $40, which is
I
stupid.
I don't even pay that. I told y'all time and time again, my Netflix comes with my T-Mobile. Me, my wife, and my son can use it.
They don't got T-Mobile in Mexico, bro.
Again, I'm just telling you, my Netflix comes with my T-Mobile, and my Netflix, me, my wife, and my son use it.
That's you. Not all of us got T-Mobile. Some got Sprint. Some got Cricket. Some got Boost. Shit. Hey, but salute to David. You know, those are good numbers for him. Those are really good numbers. That's better than what he did with Andrade. Ain't nobody give a fuck about that green print. That dude
Yeah,
was
I feel like
basura,
it's your
b.
time,
Basura, and he's gonna
but
continue to
it's
be
not your
basura in my
time.
Tank,
motherfucking book.
You just a hater because you never call in asking us to give credit to anybody on Tank's undercard or Canelo's undercard.
I
We
did. What you
we never
mean?
We never give
What do
credit.
you
We
mean?
never
They
give
stack
credit to
his cards of
undercard.
Mexicans. Was David not his co-main that his last pay-per-view?
We never give credit to the
Was he not,
co-main.
bro? Was he not?
And we didn't
Yo,
give him
David had
credit.
more Mexicans on his fucking undercard than I've ever seen Canelo put Mexicans on his.
We
And that's
don't
a
give
fucking fact,
we
bro.
don't give credit to the undercard. The A side always gets the credit. Gotta go.
Yeah.
He knows it. Everyone else knows it. Only a hater would be here talking about, oh, but the undercard drew in. Come on, bro. The credit always goes to the A side. The main event. The main event. Not anything else this guy is talking about. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by him. Agua Frio, what up?
What's up, brother?
Chilling.
How you looking, man? Yeah, my bad for the hey man, give a nigga my mixtape moment on your D. But I was just I only asked because of the app, but I wanted to ask about how you feel about them tank pictures that you seen like not of him training, like he just look out of shape to
Where'd you
me.
send it?
Huh?
You sent it to me?
No, I ain't send you tank pictures. I when I DM'd you yesterday. I but my bad. I gave you two subjects. My bad, bro. I
Nah,
was
I didn't
saying
see the tank pictures though. I didn't see them.
yeah, he looked kind of out of shape, bro.
I mean, it's the internet, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, so yeah, my thing about Benavidez, bro, like it's the same thing about his style, bro. Like it's just like it just scared me, you know what I mean? Like cause now he not knocking niggas out, you know what I mean? He just beating them up for 12, you know what I mean? Like it's just going I just feel like it's gonna come to a point where, you know, he gonna be in the ring with the wrong person, you know what I mean? And the activity ain't gonna get him, ain't gonna win the fight. What you think?
Whose activity ain't gonna win the fight?
Benavidez.
Versus who? Huh?
Now, y'all, you know, I'm a casual, so I don't know all the names. I just know like a type of style, like an archetype of style, like
Yeah,
you
but
know what I
who
mean,
who
like
who
somebody that can really
but whose style
just
is not gonna let Benavidez do what he do?
somebody that can really crack.
I mean, better beef, but again, he's pretty square himself. He might, I want that fight. I think Benavidez
And
wins that fight.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Better because he always have his hands down. That's what I'm saying. Like, and the punches and bunches, like, you know, like accumulation, like the accumulation ain't doing what it did uh the last dude he stopped after Plant. My bad, I can't remember dude's name. But the dude he stopped in the seventh. You know what I mean? Like he destroyed that man, but now he just like now that he it's bigger opponents, you know what I mean? I just feel like he not destroying them like he was destroying those smaller guys, you know what I'm saying?
But it's not your time. All right, Agua Frio. Yo, G-Von in that chat hating hard talking about Benavidez getting celebrated for what Tank been doing 7 years ago.
Yep,
Shout out
absolutely.
G-Von. Brandon, what up?
Absolutely.
Yo, hello.
Absolutely.
We
What
hear
up,
you.
Ness?
What up, man?
What up? What up, my bro? So that Benavidez fight, in my opinion, it was really good. It did a lot of numbers. Even people at my work were talking about it, how it was actually a pretty dope fight. And Benavidez did what he had to do at that fight. He beat up Morrell. Most of the rounds, some of them you could say Morrell won of them. Other ones of them, you could say possibly he lost. He lost most of the majority of them. In my opinion, it was good, but I didn't buy the fight. I didn't think I should have because it was $80 price tag, and I just wanted to save it for a different pay per view. possibly Tank when Tank fights Roach. That's going to be a good one. And Premier Boxing Champions, it's true. And Premier Boxing Champions always puts on a good show. They have so much popularity within the boxing community. They are probably the pinnacle of boxing right now in terms of televising the best events. Turkey is the best at doing continuous events, meaning he essentially does so many events, but they aren't. He does more events, but they aren't as big as Premier Boxing Champion. So they're both good in their own way. But in my opinion, with this Canelo and Jake Paul fight, I think it's kind of weird how he's trying to fight a YouTuber. I mean, Jake Paul is a good boxer. Don't get me wrong, but he isn't one of the pros. Like by no means, he's not one of the pros. He is still a lethal force in boxing. I would say because he beat Mike Tyson. People were saying it was rigged. I disagree. I think he actually beat him fair and square. They might actually rig this one. If Canelo loses to Jake Paul, you already know it's kind of rigged because Canelo's not going to lose to just somebody like Jake Paul. And I'm just looking forward. Hopefully, they don't cancel the Canelo versus Terrence Crawford fight. When I heard the news, I was so shocked. I was like, "How are they canceling this fight? This is one of the biggest fights we've been calling for this fight for so long." So to hear them say they're going to cancel it when we've been saying this, we need to have this fight happen. We need to know who's the best, Terrence Crawford or Canelo. Who's the best in boxing right now? He's the king pound for pound. For them to say they were going to cancel it just kind of made me sad. So now that it's back up probably in September, that's exciting. And then we also got Canelo, Jake Paul. That's also exciting. I'm still going to tune in to watch it. But it isn't as exciting as Terrence Crawford.
The fight's off. It's not happening.
Which fight? Which fight's off?
Canelo Jake.
It is?
It is.
Why are they calling these fights off?
Canelo signed to Turkey a la Sheik. That's the other side.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting a good payday. We're proud to pay him. I mean, I'm not part of it. Turkey's probably proud to pay him that money to fight. So, I mean, we'll see what happens.
All right, champ. Appreciate you.
Peace.
We got Jerry Soriano, $2. He says, Turkey said if Biv will win, trilogy will be up to better Biv. Told you he was going to let him get that trilogy. We got Mad Bent 100, Kansas City, $2. Second dose of Tankwell. Rolly beats Ryan. Effed up the rematch. Just Dre, $5, celebrating his first super chat on the live stream. Salute to you, champ, for cracking that wallet open with us. And he says, Jake vs. Canelo will do more views than that for fight deal put together. Give us Jake vs. Benavidez now. The thing is, Jake ain't fighting Benavidez. Jake ain't fighting Benavidez, man. I wish he would like sacrifice himself to help Benavidez. Benavidez should just sign to Jake. That's how you gonna get there.
Oh, what, bro? What's up with you, Canelo fans? We good, bro.
I mean,
you understand this? We're building a career here. Like we're building, we're turning into a legend.
But that's what I'm saying. If you fight Jake, you're gonna be on that level.
Whatever, bro, whatever. We're building a career the right way. This is how boxers are supposed to move. Niggas been moving goofy so much that y'all don't even know how boxers supposed to move.
No, I'm just saying, if you fight Jake, you'll get that popularity, you'll have that exposure, plus you would have done the numbers. Because, right, you're going to fight Jake, over 500,000 people tuning in, or you're going to do it on Netflix with 70,000 people, right? 70 million people. And that's going to grow David to the level of unduckable.
Bro.
What up?
What up? 7-0 dose.
Your man Canelo.
What's going on with y'all?
What up, 7? No amount of money is going to get Canelo in the ring with David Benavidez.
I mean, that's what is cool for you to say for your videos because you fear the truth. The truth is, Canelo
No,
will
did you
fight him.
hear what Turkey just said yesterday?
If you're
Hopefully, I
gonna
can
quote him,
convince.
if you're gonna quote him correctly, yeah, I heard it. But if you're gonna add sauce and spices, talking about he ain't never fighting and no amount of money, that's not what I heard. All I know is this, man. Stop pointing the finger. We blamed Al because Al ain't get it done. It's Turkey turn. Either get it done or we blaming you, man. Fuck out of here. Y'all trying to protect them, man.
No. You're not blaming Turkey for this?
Man, you either
No.
get it done or you couldn't get it done. Fuck you talking about? The
Y'all
biggest
do-
fight in boxing, and you took credit for making Better Be Even Bivol. You took credit for making fucking
Yes.
Usyk and Fury. We didn't ask for them shits. We begging for this fight. This what we begging
Now,
for. Don't mess
the
me, man.
Mexican crown,
I don't want to hear that
the,
shit.
Me-
Tell that
Nah,
the,
I
Me-
motherfucker
want to
make the
hear it. What's
fight.
up, Tone? Let's see what you got to say, champ.
Make that fight.
the Mexican crown is priceless. The Mexican crown
Man, you bumped your
is
head.
priceless.
Bumped your head.
What do you mean? Your man is showing that.
No,
There's
Jake
no amount
Paul.
of money Canelo's going to give up the Mexican crown.
Jake Paul showed you that
Bruh, so
Canelo
he showed the
moves for money.
contract signed, champ. What's up
But
with that?
not a contract. Not a contract. They saying it was a confidentiality agreement. Probably for the terms. He makes people sign NDAs so they can't talk. Cause Jake a businessman. It's a business, man.
It's a business, man.
Some things are priceless, Ness. Not everything got to go through the circus route.
That's
that
not
privilege,
true.
that
That's
privilege,
not
black
true.
boy,
That's not true. Jake
got
just had him
fun,
in a fight.
bro.
You living in denial. Jake just had him in a fight. If he ain't have a
No, he
dollar, if he ain't have a dollar amount, Jake wouldn't have been able to put him in the fight. Jake wouldn't have been able to have him on Netflix. He was about to be on Netflix. Turkey had to come, bail Canelo out. Let's cut the shit. We heard the Turkey interview.
So you're picking and choosing to believe Turkey.
What you mean?
So you don't believe that Turkey couldn't match the Netflix offer?
No.
You don't believe that?
No. I believe that he did, and he's lying that he didn't. What the fuck
So
didn't
you're
you hear?
picking and you're based off your narrative, whatever fits your argument, you're going to believe.
No,
you're going to pick and
no.
choose to believe Turkey.
Listen. I'm not picking and choosing. You got to use common sense. He said he was putting false information in the media, only to suit him. So why would he now tell you, yeah, I gave Canelo more than what he was getting for Jake? He don't have to. He got Canelo.
Well, let me use common sense.
Go ahead.
It's common sense that Turkey offered Canelo the David Benavidez fight, and Canelo said, nah. That's why he said,
if that was the truth, if that was the truth, then you see, that's what happens when you try to go up against me, bro. You got to do your research because Turkey don't bite his tongue. And here goes Exhibit A. Last time Turkey and Canelo had a fight, Turkey revealed everything. And he used words like, therefore, I knew he was wasting our time and making excuses with big amounts of money that can't be paid. Also, I'm not the one who's afraid of fighting Benavidez or Crawford. So if anything that you're saying was true, Turkey would have let us know. Like, yo, guys, I already tried. Canelo said no to 800 million, 400 million, 100 million. So cut the shit with your narratives because I always got a bullet in the chamber.
No, with common sense, Turkey never mentions dollars amount
we
ever
ain't
in
using
life.
common sense.
So,
We using black and white, and that's Turkey's black and white. That's his tweet. That's his tweet.
well, black and white
time.
Turkey's never used a dollar amount.
Why
Never.
not? Why not? Why not?
When's the last time you see Turkey mention a dollar amount of money?
When the last time you seen Turkey mention Canelo ducking or avoiding? You need the date on that tweet?
In that situation.
You need the date on that tweet? Because that's the last time.
That was August. And choosing when to believe
that was
Turkey.
August 2024.
Turkey said, I could not match the Netflix deal. Canelo basically was like, you know what? I don't want to fight Jake. Yeah. I just want to fight in May.
Yeah.
Then Turkey said, I closed the deal in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and Turkey also said that he was lying to us and putting false information in the media. So why can't he do it? Why can't he do it? Why can't he put out false information that he didn't overpay? Why would he want Jake? Why would he want Jake, who's out here trolling him and calling him sports washing and using terms like slavery? Why would he want
Oh,
Jake?
I mean,
Why would he want? No,
that's
let me
just
finish. Let me finish so the people that are using common sense can fucking link it. Why would he want to give Jake that advantage to say that's why you had to overpay to stop my fight? Don't it look better that Canelo allegedly don't want to fight Jake and took less money not to fight Jake? Get the fuck out of here, bro. You living in a circus world. You living in a dream world if you believe that Canelo signed up to the circus only to leave the circus for less money. Shut the fuck up, bro. You sound
okay.
crazy.
So
Now you tell me,
hate.
that I want it both ways, but you saying Canelo only fights for money and easy fights, but now you saying he took a big fight for the most money that was easy, but walked away from it for less
For
money.
one,
Stop lying to yourself.
I never mentioned money. Now, does Canelo is he scared to get his ass whooped pillar to post, post to pillar by the Mexican monster? Yes. One, he said 25 extra pounds. He was willing to fight Jake Paul at 200 pounds. For two, he said he don't want to fight anybody that's Mexican. He went ahead and fought Jaime Murguia. Then he went and fight that bum ass nigga Edgar Berlanga. Now he's about to
Ain't
fight
that the
Jake
dude
Paul.
you begging to come up to fight David?
Now you fighting 147 pounder. Now, bro, common sense tells me it's a duck. Walks like a duck, talk like a duck. It's a motherfucking duck. And that Mexican crown, which is deeper than boxing, is priceless. And Canelo knows this.
My brother,
he knows.
My
Bro,
brother,
okay.
Everybody got a dollar amount. That phrase has been in the world before you were born. Find Canelo's dollar amount.
We just can't find. So David Benavidez ain't shit, but magically we can't find that dollar amount to please Canelo from getting his ass whooped.
But champ, why are we talking about Benavidez right now? Well, we all know we don't know, but he's gonna be on the last fight deal. That's probably why the fourth one went in. We sneaking somebody in. What?
How much you weigh?
Bro, what the fuck does that matter, homie? Bro, what you saying, homie?
You weigh.
What the fuck are you saying, homie?
You and
what
Vega,
are you saying?
Border Wars. You and Vega. I'm promoting it right.
Man, I slap the shit out of Vega, homie. He ain't shit, homie.
Oh, Vega's like
talking about.
Vega's like
Bro,
175.
you talking to a motherfucker who been in the streets, homie. Don't get gangster with me, bro. Hey, don't get the wrong motherfucking message about me, homie. I'll fuck your ass up, homie. You don't even know who the fuck you think you talking to, bro. This Vegas shit, homie, I've been in these streets, homie. You better cut that shit out, Tone. You better cut that shit out too, Tone. Hey, don't mix me with that bullshit, bro. I'm telling you right the fuck now.
on?
Homie, I've been with this shit, homie. Hey, don't fuck around and find out like everybody else when they on their fucking back, homie. You understand me? I'm telling you right now.
He 112. He can't fight. He can't fight Vega. He can't fight Vega.
And this motherfucker knocked big motherfuckers out just like that. You think I ain't knock motherfuckers on their back? Bro, I am for big motherfuckers on their back, bro. With the gloves and without the fucking gloves, homie. Don't fuck around with me.
You too small for Vega, man. Leave that shit alone.
Where's DC3?
Bro, I've been in jail 20 fucking times. You think I'm scared to go back for this little pussy? I'll fuck you up, homie.
But what is we talking about? First of all,
the biggest fight in Border Wars history.
First of all, we're not talking about none of that
100.
extracurricular
Hey, drop down on 120
activities.
pounds. I'll fuck you up, Zorro. What's up, homie?
Bro,
what's up, homie? 120. I'm in that bitch, bro.
Bro. Y'all got to be realistic, man. 702, you out here.
Zorro, you don't want this fucking smoke, bro.
702, why you out here capping, man?
Capping about what, champ? What am I capping? What's about the cap?
You 122, bro. Why you calling
so
that?
What? Let Zorro drop down on 122. I'll fuck his ass up.
But how
homie.
is that real? But how is that realistic? Hold on, fellas. Come on.
It's in the ring. It's in the ring.
We gotta be adults, my dude. You telling somebody to come
down. Get your book, drop down on 120 in Border Wars. Let's do it, homie. What's up?
My brother, but you still asking someone to drop 50 pounds and then you cursing and
talking
calling
that
him out
shit.
his
I ain't
name.
Going up. Drop down 120. Get your ass on that tweaking pipe, bruh. And let's go.
Champ, come on. You jumping on the show talking about shit that ain't got nothing to do with the show, and then it's unrealistic. It's unrealistic.
Bruh. It's realistic.
How are you gonna ask a man to drop 50 pounds and you still trying to say it's realistic? You trying to kill him?
Drop it.
Name
Let's go.
Name one fight you seen that a person dropped 50 pounds. That energy seems like
Margarito.
you're faking. He never dropped 50
Bruh,
pounds.
Duran has dropped 50 pounds. He said
Oh my God. Show me where Duran so I can look up the fight. Tell me which fight he dropped 50 pounds.
Hey, Zorro, you keep talking that shit. Let's go down. Meet me.
No, first of all, this is what I'm saying.
This border wars.
I
This
pull
border
all y'all
wars.
card. It don't matter. It's border wars. I pull all y'all card. It's easier for you to gain 50 than for a human being to lose 50. So cool. You said nah. So leave it alone because you know it's unrealistic. That shit don't make sense. Over here cursing and calling each other out their name for a fight y'all can't make happen.
Nah, what it is, homies, get it twisted, homie. Hey, I'm cool. You know I'm cool, Ness. But don't bring me out to the hood, homie. Don't bring the hood at a 702.
But why are you allowing yourself? Why are you allowing yourself to go there for a situation that isn't even realistic?
These boys don't get it twisted. That's all I'm saying.
But you still ain't proved nothing because you can't make the weight and he can't make the weight. So that's just a bunch of hot air. I gotta move on. Jerry Soriano, $2. You watching to see Jake get slept. Villain hate sells. I'm with you on the Canelo Jake. El Consejero, $2. Nello saying he only fights real fighters to Jake. Fire emoji. Crying out loud emoji. Oh, 3 dub. Real fighters not named Benavidez. $2. Al lied to Turkey. Al wants to crush Bud bad. Leonard Sterling, 5-pounder. I open different tabs. I have TBV on one tab, and I'm watching boxing on YouTube from the Ukraine on another tab. I use different tabs for multiple DAZN events. Yeah. I don't know how you do that. Because DAZN don't let you watch 2 events on at the same time. So you must say you got different tabs with different fights, and then when you switch to that tab, you refresh in that tab because it ain't just playing in the background. I'm challenging that one. Jerry Soriano, Yolanda for life, $2 more. Turk, close out PBC, Nello, TBC rematch for Black History Month? I guess. You got to stop with the not spelling shit and then no spaces. You abbreviating, you Spain English, you doing Ebonics. I mean, there's too much there, bro. You're making it difficult. ES, $5. Two-tone. How many pay-per-view buys did Canelito and Chavez did? Stop it, Tone. If you don't want to answer, it was like 1 point something.
That's a different era. That's a different era. Stop the cap, bro. Stop it. I bet you how much was that pay? I bet you that pay-per-view was $50.
Nah.
How much was Chavez Canelo pay-per-view? Somebody find the price.
I'll Google it for you, but I guarantee it was not $50. You tripping, bro.
Well, it wasn't $100. Who was the first nigga with $100 pay-per-view?
That's certainly a $80 pay-per-view. Guaranteed. Watch this.
How much was it?
I'm doing it, bro.
I'm looking right now.
Give me the Google second.
Google Nation.
Damn, we gotta put Chavez.
702. You might have to meet Vega at 140, bro.
He gotta move up if he want to make that realistic, which is unrealistic. I actually know 702. He can't move up that much. That's what I'm saying. I gotta just drop that shit. That shit is a waste of time.
Man, I just want to let these homies know that, hey, don't play with me like that, homie. Don't play with me like that. I ain't the one, bro. You go get that easy target over there, homie. I've been small my whole life. People been trying to play with me my whole life. I ain't that easy target, my dog. Not over here.
I don't see the fucking price, bro. Oh, $69.99. $70 at $1 million point something.
All right, let us get a $70 pay-per-view against the son of a Mexican legend. See how much numbers we do. Matter of fact, how much would Chavez Jr. and David Benavidez do right now?
Bro, if you're gonna get that, you might as well put Jake in there, bro.
Nah, how much would David Benavidez, Chavez Jr. do right now?
Think about that. Think about the storyline on that, champ. Canelo somewhat ducked Jake, right? Or is not going with Jake. Benavidez takes the fight. He makes the biggest payday of his life. He would have made damn near with Canelo. Now he's big, big, big dog. You see what I'm saying? Why not?
Well, you got to think Canelo and Jake Paul don't want no Mexican monster smoke.
Because let's be honest, why has Benavidez been chasing Canelo the whole time? Because of that payday. He go ahead and get that with Jake Paul.
Oh, we want to fight the best, bro.
The thing is, Jake,
bro, you don't want bread, bro.
Jake,
You don't want your family to have generational wealth.
Yeah,
go
but
get
Jake,
that with Jake.
Jake don't bring the legacy. Jake don't bring the legacy that Canelo does. Let me get to these
But it'll
super
bring
chats.
the money.
Facts.
For sure, but not the legacy. You
Who
get
cares
money
about the legacy when you're talking about money, bro?
Yeah, but
like
you get-
we all know this. The sport is about money in the same way, just as much as it is about legacy, bro.
No, for sure. But when you fight Canelo, you get both. You do understand that, right? You get legacy and
Right,
money.
but you fight Jake first. You up there, and then you entice him to come up at the ass end of you.
Now tell us, how do you get Jake, who lost to Tommy Fury, to fight David?
Sign that deal. Sign the contract.
Yeah. How do you get him to sign it?
Just make it work. David needs to start speaking up, bro. David is too goddamn quiet right now about this whole situation that's going on.
I think you
but
came
I
on
agree.
being unrealistic.
David had moved on. You got to come after me. I see that.
I just think you came on being unrealistic. You know, if David could fight Jake, he could fight Canelo, but that's not the case. You got to get those guys to say yes. I got Isu, $5 super chat, celebrating his first on the live stream. Jake versus Benavidez, same weight classes. Makes sense. It would be face of boxing versus face of boxing in both their eyes. This way, fight can't be scripted. Again, I wish it was as easy for Jake and Benavidez to get in the ring. Why would Jake fight Benavidez? He would have to sacrifice himself.
Well, the only reason we woke up with all this talk was because of what happened. You know, they switched up the tables on us. So, I mean, it's not like we've been talking about this. It's not like we've been talking about a Jake and Benavidez. But since the table switched overnight on us, you know, it don't seem like a bad option, to be honest, you know, for Benavidez, you know.
How much pay-per-view buys does David Benavidez and Chavez Jr. do right now?
Bro, no one's looking at Chavez Jr. right now, champ.
I'm looking at him. I'm about to start calling for that fight.
How much? You're asking how many? What's the numbers? It ain't gonna do a lot.
Yes. Is it a pay-per-view fight?
No.
What?
Chavez and you? Who's gonna pay for Chavez and Benavidez, bro?
Chavez Jr. and David Benavidez is not.
Bro, who the fuck is Chavez Jr., bro?
Hey yo, you're crazy, Tone. You're smoking like quality.
Like you on rocks today, Tone.
Hell yeah.
Son of a legend.
Champ, he's at the hospital doing this number right here. You ain't seen my videos?
This is yeah. I'm about to text Emily right now. We need to put that in the works. We need that in the works right now. Because that's gonna cross us. Yeah, that's gonna put pressure. We beat the son of a legend. David did. Y'all, y'all done messed up now. That's the squabble we need. Fuck that. We want to beat the son of a legend, and let's do it in Mexico.
Nice.
In Mexico.
Nice. Good fight. Jerry Soriano, Yolanda for life, $2. Richard must listen to Ring IQ-ish. Don't work on TBV, clown. Emoji. Back with another 2, he says, we rationalize for Floyd, duck emoji Thurman, but can't Nello duck David Benavidez? Chris the Prodigy Matthews, $5. If Thurman looked good in his fight, would you want him versus Crawford? Who would have? What you meant by that? I guess who would you have? Shout out TBV Breakfast Club of Boxing. Yeah, one fight back for Thurman ain't gonna make me pick him over Crawford, but one fight back for Thurman getting a knockout over Brock Jarvis might make me.
I'm hoping Thurman comes back,
excited.
man. Good. If Thurman comes back good, healthy, strong, man, he might have a little round 2, you know, little comeback here type of moment. If he comes back good. Because I mean, let's face it, the last thing that goes is power.
I hear you. I got a super chat. Jerry back with another one. $2 more. So, Turk has to pay Nello 4 times his Berlanga to fight David Benavidez. Clown emoji. Yes, of course. You sound stupid putting a clown emoji on there. Someone tell me how much more money Floyd made compared to his other fights versus the Pacquiao fight. Yes, when you fight your nemesis, you have to be paid. That's why the Zone themselves had a stipulation in the third fight contract for the potential Gennady Golovkin fight before Canelo, sued to get out that deal. Remember, they was giving Canelo like 47.5% plus, room to negotiate. Like, what are we talking about? 03 dub, $2. Floyd, I think Gennady was getting 47% and Canelo was getting the other 50, whatever. 03 dub, $2. Floyd Canelo didn't pass the torch to get over it. Yeah, they're not gonna pass it. Floyd didn't pass it. Canelo looking like he being stingy with it. Super mix, $5. The thing is, Nello fans, we've been hearing this duck talk for 12 years, and he fought them all. Nobody care at this point. The legacy is secured. Jerry back with 2 more. Charlo said David Benavidez need to be vaccinated. Nello say he too mean. Rolling on the floor, tears of joy. 03 dub, $2. Nescat Benavidez didn't do nowhere near 160,000. Dan Rayfield reporting, and that's who we trust. Jerry back with 2 more. Better beef will gas out versus David Benavidez. He was too old, they say. Jerry back with 2 more. Two-tone right. David Benavidez People's champ. He moving organically.
Facts.
Leonard Sterling, 5-pounder. I was watching your live fight chat. Do you still have the same sentiment? Fight of the year contender? I watched it yesterday. Good fight, not fight of the year for me. Which live fight chat, champ? Which live fight chat? Half Boxing gifted 1 membership. Salute. Vroom, welcome to the prospect level. Heavy Chevy guy with the fat $10. Give me 2 counterpunches for Mr. Negative. Alex Vega, that's you. Chris the Prodigy back with another 5. If you want to see some good boxing today in Vegas, come to Richard Steele today at 12 and see my boy Frank the Bank Cox fight top amateur. Salute. El Frio 1211, $5. I'm with you, Ness. Turk, dog, gotta get that David Benavidez fight done 2026. I know he not paying Nello top dollar for half-ass fights. Yeah, let's hope. Paying that top dollar for the David fight. Jerry back with 2 more. Teflon Nello, Hearn, De La Hoya, Heyman, Turkey fought. It is. They don't want to offer the fight we want. Slimeball 808, $2. They afraid of ruining the economics that is doing business with Canelo. Remember that these guys get a percentage of what Canelo brings in. So do they really want to give us the fight we want, or are they more interested in making money for their company? Should I remind you that when Canelo sued Golden Boy and DAZN, it was revealed that he was 90% of their revenue. He brought in 90% of the company's revenue. So are you really trying to piss him off? So, yeah, like, oh, it's everybody's fault except Canelo. No, make the fight. They got to make the fight. Slimeball 808, $2. 702 should have had a role in Mail Bus, Most Wanted. I guess, he meant to put Malibu's Most Wanted. Adrian, $2. 702 suffering from little man syndrome, bro. Spazzing. Jerry Soriano, Yolanda for life, $2 more. Ness, do you know Super Chats have a limit on letters? Oh, yeah? Camille, $2 Canadian. If you use two different browsers, you can watch two zones. We'll try to, Emil. I don't believe you. We'll try. I don't even know. First of all, how are y'all using? Okay, yeah, you're watching on a laptop. Yeah, I watch on the TV. That's the biggest issue right there. I watch on the TV. I either stream it from my phone or I already got the app on the television. But I guess it would be more productive to be on a browser. I see. Jerry Soriano, you'll end it for life. $2 more. All right, give me a 10 count. Super chatter. Super chat career over. Peace. All right. Boxing King 22, member for 46 months on the prospect level. King Nello all day. Jake mad. Face with tears of joy. Leonard Sterling, 2-pounder. Benavidez versus Morrell. Your panel was saying fight of the year. Oh, yeah. Especially Tone. But it was a good fight. It was a good fight. It's crazy to hear people now, a week later, are like, oh, I wish Morrell would have threw more. I wish Morrell would have threw more. They forgetting that beating that he was taking whenever he did open up. Jerry Soriano, $2 more. Back to back. No, back to calls. F it. Let's go. Let him cook. All right, champ. Raftaino, $10. Saludos, Ness and the crew. Calm down, 702. Laugh out loud. Eagles. Yes. 100 emoji. Flex emoji. Boxing glove emoji. Puerto Rican flag, Dominican flag, American flag. Let's go. Phone lines are open for anybody who wants to call in. Now is the time. We're all caught up on Super Chats. If you want to speak, now is the time. Phone lines are open.
No. I had to get that off my chest before they find out the wrong way, man. A lot of times that's what happens. I act a little nice. People get it twisted. Find out when it's too late. I had to let them know right now. Hey, don't take it too far with me, homie, because I ain't the one. I ain't the one to get down like that. I'm very respectful. You see, I give everybody their props. And you know what's wrong? I was having this conversation with my son yesterday, man. This is what's wrong when you're in the era of the non-glazing, right? Back in the day, we used to give people they props, they dues. Hey, homie, you did a good job. Hey, homie, you did a good job. See, I'm part of the OGs. We grew up like that. We give people their props. The fact now that even my own kids, I got 5 kids, man. I got kids that is about to turn 18. You see what I'm saying? So I see how this new generation goes and how these adults get influenced by the new generation where, glazing. You can't glaze no more. You can't glaze no more. Look, man, let me tell you something, homie. I got a lot of things going on in my life. I'm a business owner. I got a beautiful family. I got a lot of things going on. I ain't got to worry about nobody telling me, let me tell you something. First of all, glazing means that you ain't got nothing going on, so you can't give nobody else props. I got a lot of things going on. I give everybody their props. So don't get it twisted, homie. Don't get it twisted. That's it. Ness. I ain't touching on no subject. I ain't even getting crazy like that no more. And that's it. Just don't mess around and find out.
Vega and 702. Let's make it happen at 155, man.
Let's go.
155.
I can't do 155, champ. You know that.
I can't let him come down 50 pounds, bro. That's insane.
Vega, throw down on the chat. What's as far as you could go down? Talk to me nice, homie. What's up, bro?
25 pounds. He meets you at 55.
That's what he said. I ain't even been paying attention to homie, to be honest. He fought behind me.
He fought at what? 165 his last fight, I think.
Yeah, and he ain't look too good, champ. He ain't look in shape. Let's be honest.
Didn't he get a stoppage?
Right? Bruh, against that dude didn't even know how to box, bruh. I saw you think I don't know it?
Yo.
Bruh, Zorro don't look like he know how to box, bruh. Like, bruh, the way he throw his punches, bruh, go look at how I throw my punches, bruh. They ain't the same, bruh. We not the same.
We got to pick a weight. We can't be talking about each other. And
bruh, that's like Zorro aren't even in the same levels, bruh.
Listen, that's
We're
like,
not.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying, right? Just to keep it professional boxing. That's like when Tank was talking shit about Wilder. Oh, he fight like a girl. But you ain't going to fight him.
Champ, I'll fight. You know I'll get down.
Same thing with Tank and Crawford. Oh, I'll knock his ass out. I'll tap that chin. Crawford said he want to make 147. Tank don't want to go to 47. So It's not worth talking about unless y'all gonna find a real weight y'all can fight at.
What I could tell you is the homie does this shit on the weekends. I did this shit since I was little, bro. We not on the same level, bro. You see what I'm saying, bro? I was sparring dudes. Like, bro, I'm telling you, you know, Chan. I ain't got to explain to you. But what I'm trying to tell you is me and Zorro, he might know the business side. Yeah, he sit on the desk. Yeah, he got a mic, bro. Get out that office. I'll whoop your ass, bro. You
But
feel me?
at what
It's
weight?
just it's
At
just
what weight? You can't be asking him. You acting like the A side. What's the most you going up?
hey man, look, I'm trying to go up to at least I'll even push 130, bro. With
What?
coins in my pocket,
My
bro.
man said 130. Bro, that's not
With
even 10
with
pounds,
with
bro.
the
That's
roller
eight.
quarters in the
Bro,
pockets, homie.
that's 8
Look,
pounds, bro. You talking about
so
moving
what,
up 8
homie? So what?
pounds.
You know I get down, homie. You know I get down with the gloves. Go look at my videos, bro. I've been doing this.
Yeah,
I've been doing this.
but you can't
Look,
call out a 175 pounder at 130, bro. Like, we sound crazy right now.
and you know why I'm calling out Zorro? Because I know he ain't with the shit, homie. That's why I'm not in border wars. Because I'm gonna go fight a dude that's fighting right now. Nah, he'll whoop my ass, but I'll whoop Zorro's ass. I could tell you that. Shit. That's why you asked me why I ain't sign up in border wars, bruh. You seen them dudes at 120? I'm off the couch right now, homie. I ain't even been off this couch yet. But I'll get off this couch for Zorro. I'll go put coins in my pocket, do 130. What's up, homie?
130. Jay Billy, talk to me.
Yo, yo, yo. Y'all got me?
Yep. Alex, you got another counter
Yeah.
from Supermax. Stop
Shout
ducking
out
the
the
work.
whole panel putting in that work. 702, man. This shit is hilarious, bro. Alex is
Salute
like
you.
that. That's one thing I can say. Vega like that. He stepped in that ring and he got to work. He did everything he said he would do on the last border war. So I don't know. That's not somebody you want to pick a fight with. Y'all can make amends on this. I'm a big person. 2025, we making amends. So 702, I know you standing on that shit, but y'all can still make amends, bro. 130. Alex damn near 190. I don't know what you're talking about. That's 170. That dude 190 now. He can't get back down to 170. But let's get to the topic real quick. I gotta eat my crow right now, Ness. I know you're not quick on the crow button, but I was one of the ones downplaying Benavidez. You know, I was calling them little. I was calling them little Tony. Appreciate the crow. I needed. I was calling out little Tony. I said he wasn't ready for the Canelo fight. I got to give him his credit now. You know, I'm always going to do that. I'm gonna give the step of his credit because I have Morrell. I'm still a Morrell fan, but Benavidez made me a fan that night. I'm a Benavidez fan now. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Canelo wants that fight. I'm gonna say it again. Canelo does not want the Benavidez fight. I know I was the one saying you got to pay the cost to be the boss, all that extra shit. Canelo don't want that fight, and I know he said he's gonna fight him. I thought that was gonna be the retirement fight, bro. The longer you wait for Benavidez, the worse it's gonna be. You know, he's in 50-50 fights with better beef now. This is how people talking. So, and I believe it, bro. Bro showed a lot, and we can say Morrell was green. But at the end of the day, he was next up. You feel me? He had and Benavidez said that's one of the hardest punchers that he ever won against. So we can't take nothing from Morrell. We can't take nothing from Benavidez for that fight. So, you know, all credit to that man. I'm not a numbers person, so all the pay-per-view buys and stuff like that really doesn't mean too much to me. Like we already know the pay-per-view landscape now. That shit is dead. You know, we well, like I said, I'm from Uruguay like Adrian. I get the fights for free. But shout out Benavidez, bro. You know, I'm most definitely a fan now. Hopefully Canelo takes the fight. That'll be a dream fight. But what we hearing from Turkey's about to take some soft touches. So yeah, man, y'all keep on putting in that work. I'm gonna tap back in. Somebody say something. 702, man, make amends. 2025. That's what we on.
Salute, champ.
All right, we got Leonard Sterling with the 5 pounder that says at Keenan Lofton, is that announced? Saw that on a PR site yesterday, but it was Berlanga versus Jonathan Gonzalez Ortiz, 20-0-1, March 15th in Orlando, not March 19th. I also seen the thing about Orlando. I'm like, damn, I might be out there for that one. And I know Jonathan Mantequilla. That's crazy. They dug him up because he been out for a minute. If it's the same Mantequilla. Never too much, Steph. $5. Imagine wanting a grown man to drop to 122 for a fight that he ain't getting paid for. Two Faces of Tears of Joy. 702.
Well,
All bark, no bite.
Meet
Gucci,
me in the ring, champ. Let's do it. Border Wars. What's up?
Gucci, Black. Gucci, Black.
Big Gucci Nick.
Gucci Black is not connecting. If you're trying to call in, now is the time. Go ahead and use the link pinned to the live show here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, and that will put you in our Discord conversation where you can call in, or on our X Spaces. Gucci Black, you there? You connected? All right, he done dropped out. So if you're watching this on YouTube, smash that thumbs up and subscribe. Right now we at 236,269. So we do need about another 800 or so people to subscribe to the YouTube channel to get us to the next goal. It is last call for callers. If you're trying to call in, now is the time. Mr. PBC on the check-in.
Yo. My phone about to die, but man, it's been a minute since you did a pay-per-view show. Man, I think David Benavidez, David Morrell did pretty good, man. I mean, people probably knocking it, but I don't hear anybody knocking anything else. We don't even know their numbers. So David Benavidez did a good showing, put on a good fight. So I don't see what the knock is. You think he did bad? Yeah.
Nah, I mean, people used to give Tank credit for this number, especially in this day and age. 150 is allegedly good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I seen Dan
What did
Redfield saying that as
what
long
did
as they break even, they happy.
what did what did the turkey numbers do?
Oh, we don't know.
Oh, okay. Shit. I think he did pretty good, man. Because I mean, it's hard to really catch people's eyes nowadays. They got UFC, all this stuff going on. I think there was a UFC fight that night too. I'm still buzzing about Clarissa Steele's fight. So I got someone right now I was arguing with that feels like it was fake because that girl didn't fight so good. I'm like, her skills level wasn't compared to Clarissa. You know, she was just big. She wasn't skilled. What do you think, man?
I'm sorry. What I think about what?
The Perkins and Clarissa? I
And
got someone that believes that that fight was fake or rigged or something. I'm like,
I
that
mean,
wasn't fake or
it
rigged.
wasn't rigged, but it's just she wasn't on her level. I mean, I'm gonna have her on next week because she
I was gonna
really
ask that.
she really convinced us that she was on that level, and she beat Clarissa in the
She was good. She was good for
I
a
don't know.
woman.
She didn't really
Let's keep it real.
show. She didn't really show
Wait,
the
But
they
that,
good.
fought already
hold on,
in
hold
the
on, hold on, hold
amateurs
on.
net?
Before you end before my call in, I believe it was a knock. It was a knockout. She was out. She didn't. The count wasn't even relevant or not. They didn't even worry about the count.
Yeah,
They just waited till the bell
I don't
rang.
even know what happened when she fell like that.
They counted already. She was on the ropes, was looking at her trainer and stuff. I believe it was a knockout for sure. That's my call, man. But yeah, but Dave Benavidez definitely did good, man.
All right. So Steven Nelson, Crawford's buddy, calling out Jake, and he's saying, I fight the same weight class, and I'm actually a real boxer. People would love to see us fight, dude. Let's make it happen. Call out number 1,567 and counting for Jake. Everybody calls him out, man. Everybody calls
Damn.
him out. Last call for callers. Last call for callers. You trying to talk? Now is the time. We got Wolf Blitzer, $2. Stop saying Clarissa's ducking Bumgarner. Shout out to you, champ, celebrating his first super chat on the live stream. Glad you cracked that wallet with us. We appreciate you. Damn. All right, to the next one, ladies and gents. We out. We will be doing a live fight chat for Chisora a little bit later. Peace.